Why does it take you so long to post?
Because I don't know.
I just recorded and added and posted like with.
You write stuff on there.
Yeah, you don't write stuff.
Well, I'm writing. Okay, I'm writing with the host, friends, and family. Or.
Oh, you're doing an actual post.
Yes.
Oh, I just did a story.
First of all, this doesn't have to post right now.
Well, but it's.
Yeah, just because it was recorded, it doesn't mean you have to post it at the actual time.
Okay.
Like, no one's going to hear this until later anyways.
That's true.
Oh, you know what we should? I mean, it's way past that, but we should start doing highlights on our Instagram too.
What's that?
The things on the front of the profile. You know how have you visited your profile lately on Instagram?
I was just there.
Right. So when you go there, right under your bio,
okay,
it says to go fuck yourself.
He was listening intently. He was like, "All right."
No. You can add like.
I should say something, right? I should just say "fuck you." Right.
Well, will you do the mic check, please?
Yeah, can you do the mic check?
Hello. I thought
that's not where you're gonna. Is that where you're gonna have it for the rest of the episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the only one that's doing it wrong. No, wait.
How am I doing? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong?
Well, first of all, look at your fucking face.
Oh, Billy's got fired today. Okay.
Okay, what were you saying? Okay, I guess we'll do it later because we're recording.
We are actually recording.
We are recording?
You sons of bitches. Wait, actually, I take that back because I respect both of your mothers.
He did the slap clap.
Oh yeah,
hey, I ain't got no slap clap, my guy.
You should get that checked if you do.
I never had. Wait, that means I had. Hold on, that's a double negative.
He tries to be sneaky, but I catch him. I'll say some stuff just to let him know that
very sneaky.
That I'm listening
I feel you would underestimating the sneakiness.
Is that you didn't even tell me to get this out?
I hail from Spain. Put your pink backpack down.
You want it? You're recording this, and I'm blocking myself. So,
hey, you got your pastry? You good with your little pastry over there?
I was
also. You always block yourself, Keenan. Hey.
I know. Ooh. Cock block, self cock block.
Oh, is that what that meant?
I don't know.
I'm just shooting at you, dude. Don't worry, I cock block myself all the time too.
I have no potential of getting cock blocked. Anyway, let's move away from my relationship status.
We've been waiting for this moment for about 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome all to episode 54 of the None of Our Business podcast. We are your hosts, Philly fanatic, philosophy, philanthropy, P Money, P Steezy, sane, silent tempo. We got Keenan, CNN Dunkaroos, C4, C Notice, see yourself out of here.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that was it.
Was it?
See yourself out of here.
Your host, Joe. Regular ass Joe.
Regular.
Just being a regular guy.
Cup of
doing
Joe.
Regular things.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing the cup of Joe again. Morning cup of Joe. I need to.
I had a morning cup of Joe at dinner last night. That's not a case. Fuck.
Hey, man.
And that's totally okay.
That's totally okay.
In fact, it's fabulous.
I actually wandered into a gay bar on Friday.
Nice.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it your first time?
No.
Oh,
first
so you didn't wander into the gay bar.
Wait. No, first time I did. Wait a minute.
First of all, it's totally fine.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know it was a gay bar.
But you said it wasn't your first time.
At a gay bar.
Oh, okay.
I've been to many gay. I've heard.
Which is absolutely fine. If that's how you get down.
And you don't have to clarify whether you're straight or not. It's okay. Like seriously, we live in an amazing time right now.
I'm gonna know this. Whatever. Anyway,
some people can be pansexual. Comfortably. Yeah.
I'm trisexual. I try anything sexual.
Yo. Okay, so continue. You stepped in a black guy walks into a gay bar. Okay, no. Go ahead.
So there I was, guys.
Yeah.
Leather ass chaps and all.
Yeah, it got pretty obvious as I woke up.
Oh, shit. Whoa, this just took a dark turn.
Oh man.
You woke up at the Snooty Fox and shit.
Luckily, nothing hurt.
For those of you who aren't familiar with the LA area, the Snooty Fox is a pay to play. You get an hour to do whatever you want to do.
No shit.
It's a motel.
Oh, it's a motel.
It's a hotel.
What perplexes me is that you don't know what the Snooty Fox is, and you literally live like
I know that
like
spot.
2 miles away from it.
Well, I didn't know.
It's like down on Western and
Yeah.
like Adams. No,
Like
past that.
Vernon.
Yeah, Vernon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Western Vernon around that area.
Yeah, right next to the
King.
U-Haul spot.
Yeah, near it. It's across the street from the Burger King.
Yeah, yeah.
No one should be proud to know where that is, though.
Why is that forever? That's always been a place.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
It's a place of a
You're kind of ratchet, Morty.
No, see, I thought it was just a straight up hotel or motel.
Oh no, buddy, no. It's
So you can buy out, or is you just go with somebody?
you can spend an hour or a couple if you want there.
Listen.
You can spend a whole night if you want.
Why don't you go do a little reconnaissance?
Maybe it's kind of shady neighborhood.
Maybe I will.
It's kind of. I don't know if I feel comfortable walking. I have to. Do they have a parking lot?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they got more than a parking lot, my guy.
Well, it's the kind of place that they have like a hot tub in the room,
Oh,
and then they have like mirror ceilings.
yeah,
so you
but
can
there's no.
see what you're doing. When
But you got to pay to play.
But there's
just for
no
shorty bang,
product
look
being
your way.
displayed in the entrance of this hotel.
you walk in the street. I mean,
Oh man, but that I don't know.
It
Well,
sounds
that's
like
what
you
it
haven't
is.
been there, Keenan.
No, I haven't, but I've seen the streets.
You got to go there, my guy.
But I don't know if I thought it was already inside.
no.
Oh.
You gotta get the streetwalker, and then you take.
And
her to
then
the
you
Snooty
walk.
Fox.
Oh, okay.
Or what's the other one? The
It's right across
Bald
from me, right?
Mustang or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
yeah.
Mustang.
We
Yeah.
used to live like down the
Yeah,
street from there
yeah,
too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Back on
Interesting.
the La Brea Venice days.
Yeah.
So where's the ones where you can do both at the same time already in the hotel?
I don't know, Keenan.
No?
I don't frequent those
Whoa,
places.
both at the same time. Keenan, whoa.
Yeah, I thought Joe might have the hookup.
I don't.
Hey,
frequent
look,
those
first of all,
Yeah.
why would we even talk about that on here if it's a podcast that is supposed to be talking about things that aren't any of our business?
That's right. Okay, so continue your story about walking into the gay club.
Oh, yeah, it was the art walk. And so I thought this club, I've seen it before because the windows
on
are-
Thursday, this last Thursday.
yeah.
Oh, you did send us a flyer
Yeah.
about that.
I did. I did. Thanks for showing up because you didn't. So.
Yeah, fuck you. So
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't even
thought
think
you
I
were- I thought you were
responded
friends.
to it.
Nope,
like you sent me the flyer. You're like, in
Nope.
case you guys want to come to something fun, just want to stay in the invite.
Both of you didn't.
And we
respond.
probably looked at it and we're like, Keenan's events. Oh.
I've had a pretty crazy couple of weeks. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not an excuse, but
Were you back on Thursday?
yeah, I came back on
Secretly.
Wednesday. Or I think my first day back was on Thursday. Yeah,
Okay.
And me personally,
But I
I,
had
just
a-
didn't give a fuck. To
I
me.
honestly
I
had
know.
a bunch of shit to do.
That's why I rarely invite you, Philly, because I know you don't go out.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
just-
So continue.
Oh no, it's a long story short. That's what the guy's name was when I met him at the bar.
Long story short.
Nice. Hey.
Hey, all right.
Yeah,
Sounds
no-
Native American.
That's good.
No, it was. I think it was called the Patrol. Patrol. It was a police reference thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Oh, so they had the siren. Woo, 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 woo.
just some
Over.
dude.
Pumping YMCA.
It kind of felt. Well, they did have a stage there, and I
Nice.
did a walk around. So I
Is that what they call it?
Yeah. That was the other guy's name that I met. Yeah. No, it was very lively spot, even though there wasn't.
Yeah,
that
those
many
places
people in
crack,
there.
man. I've heard nothing but like if that's your scene, that's a fucking scene if you ever saw one.
Well, it's definitely dead. There was nobody inside,
What?
but the pictures on the wall and the graffiti and the atmosphere felt very lively. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like
and
it could pop.
Oh yeah. Like
And knowing
every,
your mind, you were like, I should host an event here.
you never know. We can do our do a noob there.
It might actually be appreciated there.
But it was interesting. No, it was just it was random. I was just wandering in the streets of downtown Los Angeles, for the art walk, and I ran into the spot. Why?
If there weren't people there, how do you know that it was a gay club?
It was pretty obvious, the images that they had on the wall.
Okay, all right, yeah,
And
okay.
yeah.
Keenan, turn your goddamn
My phone is
off.
usually always off, and it's Marcus. Marcus, who used to be a guest on our show
Oh yeah.
once or twice. He probably wants you to say hi.
Come on, Keenan. That was totally unprofessional.
Jesus, we should have at least had the aux connected so that we could put them on.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Well, not anymore.
Not
but
anymore.
We can't once it's
Oh,
recording.
Once
but-
it's recording, it's recording.
Oh,
See, you're ruining everything.
I wasn't expecting him to call.
I'm so sure. No,
I
I'm
was
kidding,
not.
I'm kidding.
Anywho,
You know, Keenan set it up.
Anyway, Joe, what was it like?
There's
In
a
your-
movie I saw back in the day.
God damn,
Yeah,
Philly,
no,
really?
no. It's to your point. There's a movie I saw that takes place. I feel like it was in the 80s. It has something to do with the record label, and like they go to a bar in downtown, and that's how they get away from the guys who are like trying to beat their ass or something. And it has to do with it's like a gay bar in downtown, and it's a movie. It's like more of an OG movie. I'm trying to remember what movie it is, man.
Was it a comedy?
Yeah, sort of. It was like a comedy. Oh, Wayne's World. I think it was Wayne's World 2 or whatever. They go down to LA because they're trying to spy on his girlfriend to see if like she's like
And they're
dating
dressed
that
up
guy.
in
Yeah,
different
yeah.
outfits,
And then they do the
yeah.
YMCA thing.
Yeah.
So the whole time you were telling me that story, that scene kept coming to mind, man.
That's what you're picturing? Yeah.
yeah,
Thanks, Philly.
dude.
That's great.
Damn, I haven't thought about that in a minute. God damn.
Yeah, it looked like it was a happening spot. I mean, I passed by that place when I am in downtown. It's on it's just Broadway.
Okay.
Broadway and 4th, I think.
The idea
familiar.
of potentially doing a show at a gay club kind of sounds dope.
It does actually.
That would be dope.
It might be lit as fuck, actually.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. We'll just
Anyway,
put a pin on that.
yeah,
Put a
so
pin on that.
Joe was
Put a
out
pin
for
on it.
2 weeks. Or 3 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks.
I've been okay. So we did the season premiere, season 3. We're on episode 4, so I did miss 2 episodes.
Yeah, you did.
First and foremost, guys, you guys killed it. Having consecutive guests that was probably a good spin. Seeing as
It was
how
Keenan's idea.
seeing
Oh my God.
No, it was. It was. He was like, you know what? Maybe we should do this. I was like, I'm all about it.
I was trying to get shit for trying to
we
give
already
you shit
knew
for
that
taking credit.
we already knew that week 2 we were gonna have a guest. And I think one of your guests flaked out, right? Last minute.
The person I had in mind flaked out, but thankfully I asked my buddy Ray if he was up to it, and he was like, "I'm down."
Yeah.
Shout out to Ray. He was an
good.
interesting guy.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Yeah,
Cool
super
guy.
cool.
Maybe one day we'll get him on again so I could
Yeah, that'd be dope.
chop it
Yeah.
up with him.
I'm sure he'd be happy.
There was a little
to
bit
go.
of nerdum in there. So
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
enjoyable.
there was.
sure.
There was.
Yeah. Philly, how do you feel about openly flirting with Francia?
What do you mean, man? I'm a single guy. I'm a single successful guy. You know,
I saw a couple, not a couple, but a lot of hits
The
where you were
whole
like,
episode.
"Sí, como puede ser." I was
Fucking
thinking the
Rico
whole episode.
Suave
I'm
over
thinking
here.
like, Philly never speaks in Spanish on the pod. What? Yeah, and then "Sí se puede."
And he
Like,
sung too. He sung a couple times.
and she was
Yeah.
like, "Oh no, don't do that." And Philly was like, "Chubs." The table like raised on his side. Like I was
did.
like, oh,
sounded like somebody knocked on the door. We checked, and I was like, "That's weird."
that's weird. Both of y'all actually.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Y'all were.
but Keenan's got that tall, dark, and handsome thing going on. I'm handsome, but I ain't tall.
Rico Suave. So yeah, that was a great episode too, man.
It was.
You guys
Man. It
held
was fun.
down.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
I
We
bet it
turned on
was.
the charm.
I bet.
Up to
y'all-
100.
Y'all turned it up.
And you know what was the best part about it is she had just as much charm and she was just as ready. I mean, Francia really like she was almost a natural at it. Like,
That's dope. That's dope. So you think she's a good person to replace Keenan?
oh yeah, definitely.
super. Oh,
Hey, Keenan. We didn't see. You know what's funny is she also had no problem giving Keenan shit whenever it was time.
Yeah, every guest does that.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, but you know, that's how you know they feel like they can trust you.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
If someone can't put you down, then they don't feel comfortable around you.
Why do you think I put you down all the time?
It's really the way I show love. Dysfunctional relationships at work.
Isn't it wonderful?
This is some bullshit.
Yeah, so you guys held it down. I was really happy and I really enjoyed the. It's super
Did
dope.
you get a chub over the states? Just across states?
Nah,
Wait, you
nah.
were in San Francisco. It wasn't even across.
Nah,
the state.
I was in Bay.
Oh, you
But
were,
Yeah. You liked it.
yeah, I really enjoy when I'm not on the pod and I get to listen to you guys.
as
Kind
a
of
listener.
as just being a listener. It's
So it's clear
fun.
we don't even need Joe Keenan. That's really what's happening.
There we go. Finally. Fuck
mean,
you, Joe.
You
We're
can try.
replacing you with Francia.
I bet you the views will go up to on this episode. Or the listens.
I was about to say what when you're.
I bet the
gone?
listens go up on this episode. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey,
Joe's going to
follow
go
us.
back into the analytics just to make sure every time I'm on the podcast, we're at least 10 more listens up.
I think that's how episode 3 is as a high number because I keep re-listening to it.
Do you?
Yeah, for
Keenan
Ed-
just puts it on. He doesn't even listen to our new show. He just listens
jeez.
to that one episode.
I just skipped to the funny bits because we had some moments. So
Yeah, there were. It was a good listen. It was a good listen, and I enjoyed the fact that you guys did distinguish, like, as far as how sexuality is treated here in the States as opposed to the rest of the
Oh
world.
yeah,
Like, because it's a fucking fact. It's a fucking fact.
and
that-
it's nice to get it from a female's.
yeah, absolutely.
standards, yeah.
it's always
Absolutely.
nice to get it from a female. I mean, in my opinion.
Yeah, you don't get it much, but whatever.
No, Philly. Oh yeah, okay.
Shots fired.
I'm on the same boat, buddy. but
I'm not
yeah.
even at sea. I'm on fucking sand.
You're at the dock, like
I'm just
watching
on
the
the
sunset, like
playing with my buoy.
What?
I like it. I got the reference here.
Oh,
But yeah, I was like, man, yeah, that's so true. Like, sexuality is just so, like, repressed here.
Mm.
You don't learn
and
about
yet
it
at the
until
same time marketed at you
yeah.
constantly.
As an adult, it's like completely different.
So
but
that's why
growing
it's like
up,
there's this deep
yeah,
dysfunction.
yeah, absolutely. So I took that. I took that. And
Yeah, you like
really
that one a
enjoyed
lot,
it.
didn't you?
Oh yeah.
And then that's in deep line. Keenan's like, I want to do a voice.
I got nothing on this podcast. I can't even beatbox. I can't even rap. I can't sing.
Oh, he's
I
spitting
can't-
bars, but I'm not a rapper.
Why are you pointing out all the things that'll entice us to replace you? What do you have to offer, Keenan?
I don't have anything.
And you know what? That's actually something that I'm learning, man, is like, I'm one of those people that always overdoes it because I feel like, I'm overcompensating in a lot of ways, man. How do you guys like if you take a look at Joe, he doesn't give a fuck. Just look at him. Him being here is enough.
I hate that with a passion.
That's a strong self-esteem though.
It's ridiculous. It's over. It's so much.
It's over 9,000.
It's like I'm the boss that shows up and slumps down on the chair, and I'm like on a pedestal and I'm just like on the chair, just like
Belly hanging out and everything.
slumping over.
That's how
just-
much he doesn't give a fuck.
Like in animes when you got the king or the boss and he's just on the throne or whatever, just all
Yeah.
lazy about it. Like,
peasants.
when I have to
Man.
stand up, it's gonna be a problem.
So I know a lot of listeners may not get the reference, but I finally know exactly what character Joe is on Fairy Tale.
Oh,
He's
is
the
he?
man.
Man,
That's Joe. That's a punch parfum.
I think Joe would be more of like one of the evil bosses. He's
oh shit.
what's his name? Not Ingram. The guy who has the book or who's going after the book, not the book.
I
Just
just got
Philly-
there.
Philly has
No,
the
I
same-
just got there. I just got there.
For END.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. Sitting on the throne while fighting. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking. Oh, I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
It
it's-
hasn't been revealed to you if you haven't gotten.
No,
to that.
I literally just finished that.
You finished what?
Without losing our listeners for too long.
Okay.
I watch an anime. It's called Fairy Tale, and I just started the portion of season 2
Mhm.
where it goes back into the past to view the actual original guild masters. For those of you who actually watch the anime. For those of you who don't,
Oh, you said season 2, but how many episodes have you actually watched?
I'm like 93.
So because we're at like
It just started.
It's over. It's like 193 or
Yeah, I
190.
just finished the END saga.
Okay, so you're not fully aware of everything though. You're
Because there's
not-
one
you're not-
more after or two more after.
Oh wait,
that.
you finished the ND, so you know that
I saw Gray.
Natsu's-
I saw Gray meet his dad, fight his dad, and all that shit.
Okay,
Don't want to
Okay.
spoil it,
I
but
was
for
gonna
those
say,
of you
I
who
think
haven't
I
even
saw
seen it,
that.
you'll never know.
I don't know if I saw that.
Kenan, you stop watching and you don't even remember
I don't re-
anything.
I don't
Dude,
want to lose
we-
our listeners though, because not everybody watches anime.
No, but I have a horrible memory, and Joe knows that because he tried to remind me of something that happened 6 years ago.
Yeah, so Keenan and I
and I couldn't remember.
6
shit.
years ago, Jurassic Park was re-released in theaters for IMAX 3D.
Didn't we go see that?
You weren't there. Well, I mean, I saw it multiple times. Maybe you were there on one of those. But
Joe
Keenan
does
and I-
that.
Yeah.
shout out to my cousins Brian and you all right?
Yeah.
He hit,
All right.
he hit his
Oh,
hand on.
shout out to my cousins Brian and Andy. We linked up with them in Burbank like 6 years ago to watch Jurassic Park in IMAX 3D. Keenan met up with us. We enjoyed it. Unbeknownst to anyone, or I don't know if maybe I might have told somebody, I had taken an edible before the movie.
You do that a lot.
Thinking, but I was thinking, I'm gonna eat this edible. It's gonna kick in during the movie. I'm gonna be fucking fresh. That shit didn't kick in till after the movie,
Yeah.
and at
When you
that
had to drive home,
moment,
you were like, "Oh shit!"
yeah, I had to drive Keenan back, and I'm in the car like, oh, and I couldn't have Keenan drive because he doesn't drive stick.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the whole
back in the
time I'm
day.
like,
I don't drive stick that well. can
I was
drive
like
stick.
Leonardo DiCaprio after he had taken the Quaaludes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Ah."
And I'm glad you bring that up because it reminds me of a time Joe and I had edibles together at his
What?
crib back on Mariposa.
Yeah, this was like 10 years ago, like
Damn.
9 or 10. 9? Damn.
Yeah.
It was a while back.
We ate a brownie and then we weren't feeling anything. So we ate the rest of it on top of that.
That's bad.
Yeah.
And suddenly Joe was like, Phil, eat this banana. It's going to be the best fucking banana you've ever eaten.
And it was his dick.
No,
No.
unfortunately. And it was good.
But it wasn't
still-
kicking. But it wasn't kicking.
It wasn't
like-
kicking in. It
No.
wasn't until like way later we were talking about something and Joe was like, I can't wait until this kicks in and we get high. And I was like, you already are. And he was like, oh shit, man. He started tripping out.
Wasn't that from a movie?
Nah, this happened in real life.
In
to
real
us.
life, I was
Oh.
like, you already are.
I was like, oh my God, I'm fucking high.
Like I blew his mind at the same time.
It was mind blowing, dude.
Jesus.
It was
I
phenomenal.
I had my first edible Friday. It was
This
when
Friday?
I went to when I wandered into the gay bar.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You said it didn't really have an effect on you.
No, because it was one of those not stringy. What's that string?
like the fruit roll-ups.
It looks like a fruit roll up, but it has sour sprinkles
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I took I took a quarter of that.
Oh, because you only took
That
a
wasn't
quarter.
gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably would let you sleep better, but
Yeah.
yeah, no.
I'm
No.
super sensitive to THC, man. I never considered just how I can't even. I have to micro dose on THC.
Oh,
There's a lot
really?
of other stuff that like doesn't phase me, but THC, that shit is not good for me, man.
Really?
I have to do like a 30-1 ratio in order for me to be able to like keep doing it all night beyond more than one hit.
Mm.
That's how sensitive my genetics are to THC.
God damn.
And I see other people just puffing like fucking the
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
the,
could
the
just-
cat from the Alice in Wonderland. Oh, it's the
Jeez.
caterpillar, right? The caterpillar, yeah.
Like I was for my job these last couple of weeks. I was with my boys, the Liddy boys. I have a group for everything.
Joe just goes around Peter Panning.
I just take everyone and make them part of my group.
Okay.
We're a
So with the
squad.
Liddy boys,
I was like, what?
it's and you guys know them, Serge, Chris,
Oh yeah.
Rue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know them. But
Shout out.
yeah,
What
so they
up?
work for Accurate. Those are my Liddy
You
boys.
doing stuff up in the bay?
And yeah, and those guys like they work hard as fuck, but they can chief. Like afterwards, like I try not to partake because I have to keep a certain level of what is it?
Cognizance.
Cognizance. But those guys like they go through weed like it's nobody's business. And cheers to them because I wouldn't be able to do it like that. I I do social smoking, and every now and then I'll go in hard, but like those guys do it on daily. And
I mean, that's what it is. It's a tolerance buildup.
Yeah, I would. I can't.
I need
wouldn't
to
be able
get
do
some
that.
more actually. Where's
Like-
a good place to actually buy some?
Well, it's legal now, right? I still have like trauma.
Yeah, you can go. You can go to a
Let's go to
bunch of
MedMen,
like,
dude.
yeah. You can
Where?
go to.
MedMen. It's in downtown.
Medman. Oh, you
Medman,
told me
yeah.
about that.
I've told
But
you.
I
about
mean,
it.
that's
times
one,
I've said-
and but there are a bunch
that
of
just goes
like
to show how
little
bad
shops here.
Keenan's memory is.
Now there is a
Huge
huge.
bad.
There's a huge.
You don't need weed, Keenan. That's gonna make your memory even worse.
That's what my family tells me. But
You have a horrible memory. You really.
I've
do.
always had it since elementary school. And
He couldn't even remember that. How long he's had a bad memory? I've always had a bad memory since. Fuck, I can't even remember.
Oh my god! I think that's why I was put in those certain.
That's gonna be the name of
classes.
this episode.
I can't.
I can't
remember.
even remember how bad my memory is.
Oh my god!
That's a long title.
Did you like the title of the last episode though? I personally
the
pride
pyramids?
Myself, yeah, I personally pride myself in that.
When girls are on their pyramids.
When
Yeah.
girls are on their
I
pyramids.
think that's a good catchy title. I know it's a segue out of.
Go listen to it, stupid asses.
No
I just
me
wanted to
llames estúpida.
Yo, but yeah, they could chief, and that's just not in me. No. I
How
can't.
what did you? What, are you allowed to tell us the show?
Yeah,
you worked on?
absolutely. Okay, so I did.
I don't
I
give a
do-
fuck about that. What the fuck?
I actually do the Facebook holiday party every year.
Ooh.
I do their summer party and I do their winter
At their
party.
headquarters. And
No,
oh.
no. They rent out a venue. They have somebody who scouts out like what the
Ah.
best venue in the city is. This year we actually did it at a new venue that we've never done before. Actually, nobody's ever done an event at this venue.
Okay, take it easy, bro.
What is
Yeah,
like a
killed it.
in like an arena? Like what are you talking? Like a
okay.
venue of what?
I'm pretty sure I could talk about this.
Or
Mm,
not?
Yeah, no.
I don't know if you're
because no,
unsure.
yeah, because
Nobody listens to it?
because they've already posted it. They've already like the company's already posted it and they've already put it on their social medias and everything.
Okay.
So it's not like it's a secret. But there's a you're familiar with the Bay,
Yes,
Keenan. You're familiar with the
if I
Bay.
can remember it.
But in the Bay, which is the literal Bay area,
Yeah.
which is San Francisco, Oakland, like they have
San
piers.
Jose.
They do piers.
Yeah, Pier. You're at Pier 39 or Pier?
No. So Tesla recently bought or
One out
they
the
own
piers.
Pier
Yeah.
80,
Okay.
and
Ooh, that's in the deep.
yeah, that's deep. Like
That's
closer
like
to
that's close to where
Daly
Lucasfilm is
City.
at.
It's by SFO.
Yeah.
It's like 10 minutes from San Francisco Airport.
Mm-hmm.
So they purchased that pier and they allowed this company, one of my clients, to actually do the party at their warehouse. Now this warehouse is like, it's a big deal because the warehouse itself is about 220 feet wide and over 1,000 feet long.
With no pillars in between.
No pillars,
That's
no
the size of my
nothing in
dick.
between. Hey. But it's a big deal because it's completely open space. There's no
Yeah.
like support beams, no nothing. So you can do technically whatever the fuck you want there.
Fucking Howard Hughes.
Yeah,
shit.
it's a huge,
Wow.
huge deal. Yeah, you could, if you wanted to, you could have airplanes in there like a bunch lined up.
Yeah.
So that's why Tesla bought that. Huh?
Yeah, because they have
The
so
car,
much
yeah.
open space. So basically, what they did is they took all their cars out of the warehouse and moved them somewhere else. I'm not necessarily sure, but
You're also not at liberty to say.
yeah,
You would have to kill us.
I wouldn't. I don't even know. So,
Is that what they told you to say?
hey. but yeah, they allowed us to do this event at this venue, and actually, like, if depending on how well we did, they were going to open this venue to like as an event space. So I think we did a fucking kick-ass job. Especially the production company I worked for, which is actually like one of my like mentors works.
You have a mentor.
Yeah, I have. I'd like to think that I've had a couple of mentors in my life.
Damn, I don't have
not
any
not
mentors.
as, but see that it's not as official. Like you're my mentor, my mentor. So
Yeah, because you
it's-
have. A,
Because
Philly
I'm
has-
Joe's official mentor. Yeah, I'm
I-
just putting that out there.
Wait. So
But that's none of my
that was
business.
me. That was me taking a sip. But yeah, he brought me onto this project. We kicked ass. We were there for 2 weeks. It took us about 4 days to build it,
Uh,
and it took us about 30 hours to take it down. Like, so it was.
So you were down there with your hands, socket and wrench, and putting things together.
Oh no, I'm the guy on the golf cart saying, "Hey, go do that."
Okay.
Nah, when we struck it, I did get a little more hands on, but
Whoa.
honestly,
Striking
guys,
and hands on. Take it easy, bro.
it really
Yeah.
like your team matters. Your team matters, and
That's what I've been trying to tell you, Joe.
and if you have a dope team, like they make my job so easy. Like I that to the point where I don't really have to do shit. I just make sure that I oversee everything and say, guys, you're building that right. Guys, we're not going to work on that. We got to work on this portion first, guys. You know, so it gives me the liberty to be able to kind of dictate and coordinate what happens or how we do.
you guys
things.
have a high level of trust. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that a
100%.
special skill to have as a
as a leader?
or a facilitator or something? Because I've been in situations where the project lead or the manager or whoever's running the team is, either insulting or angry or yelling or doing
That's not a
everything
good
wrong,
leader, man. That's a fucking boss.
but they still keep their job.
That's
They're
what I'm
still
saying. That's
keeping
not a
their-
leader. That's a boss. That's someone who's gonna rule you by fear, like because
That's how I rule
Well,
things.
for example, I've been on a construction site where it's not the boss, it's the
foreman.
or it's somebody who's in the same position as you who has a team under them and they're the overseer to make sure things
Yeah,
go the
so
way
they're
they
the
are.
boss.
So you're saying you're the boss.
I am. I'm. Yeah.
Right,
Definitely.
right. So-
but see
it's about the style.
it's
of
not. Yeah.
leadership.
Yeah.
I'm
There's a boss
equivalating.
and there's a leader.
You're equivalating.
So even though I'm in charge, equivalating.
Fuck you both right now.
No. Okay. So there's the boss,
No
the
lube.
guy that's in charge, and then there's a leader.
Who are you?
I believe I'd like to consider myself a leader.
That's the example I'm trying to present. Someone in your position is doing it completely opposite of how great you're doing it, but they still have that job.
I mean, as long as results are getting done, the company's
Exactly.
going to
It's
keep a
all on the
person there.
results. Yeah.
The companies generally, if they care about their culture, they'll watch who they'll hire and then examine who they hire to make sure they're establishing and upholding a culture, and making sure that the morale of the whole team is good. Some companies don't give a fuck, and as long as they deem that the team under them is replaceable, why should they? And that's I'm not saying it's right.
That's true.
That's just what happens.
That's
It
just
is
how
what it
some
is.
companies run. Some companies don't give a fuck about their culture.
Mm.
And those people end up not having a product as awesome, as superior, or as long standing as a company that does care about their culture. And you know what? The companies that do care about their culture save a lot of money because there's nothing more expensive to a business than having to continually hire new people, teach them the
Replace them,
processes
yeah.
all over again because you have to be on their ass as opposed to
Yeah.
just trusting them.
It's more expensive to train someone than it is to
Just keep
to
somebody
maintain
on and give them a
someone who-
raise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm.
Because that person is already skilled, already knows the product, can already push it.
Yeah.
As opposed to having to train someone who can take anywhere from fucking 2 months to
And
a
they
year.
may never fucking get it.
Yeah, they may never get it.
Mm.
And that's also because if you've kept shitty people on who can't build trust enough to convince someone to trust them, to teach them something, forget about it. But hey, those companies, they don't last long, man. They start running out of contracts.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd like to think that I work for a great company. Obviously, we do have
10
some-
years.
almost
Almost
yeah.
10 years.
I work for a great company. I like to think that I provide that culture for the company where, but obviously we have toxic people as
big
well.
man on campus.
No, we do have
I know,
toxic
yeah,
people.
yeah.
100%.
Every company has some one person.
But
who's just like,
I'd like to
Yeah.
think that because of me and actually like a couple of other people, we provide that culture where it's like worth it to come to work
Mm.
Yeah.
because you have, someone like myself who really cares about the employees. There are a couple of other people I don't want to name by name because I don't want to air out the good and I don't want to air out the bad. But of course, like my company isn't the greatest company, but we are a good company.
Well, I've been at your competitor's company and they're shit. So
I mean, yeah, it really makes people definitely make a difference in the business. You know what I mean? Yeah. And honestly, there's too many companies who don't care about the people that they're bringing in, and they don't see anything. Like, anyone looks great on a resume, right? And you could have someone with the same skills, but if they're an asshole, it's gonna slow everything in your business down.
For sure.
Because not only do people not want to come to work because they don't want to be around that fucking person, like that in itself is costing you money, because then instead of focusing on the work, people are tripping and thinking and focusing on how much they don't like that person. And that is more expensive than anything else, because that leads to accidents, mistakes, you name it.
So how does that work with the inequality of race and gender in the hiring of the workspace? You know, we hear all these comments for, you know,
I mean, I'm a guy, so I can't speak to gender
or race. I'm combining.
He can't speak about race either. He's white.
Oh, that's right.
True.
Damn it.
That's true.
Okay, well then I'll speak to you, Joe, as a minority.
Keep sipping that fucking tea.
Don't we hear that in the news a lot? It's unfair because of this, because of that.
And then we have people like Francia, who came on to the last episode, and she herself said, you know what? A lot of people say it's harder to be in business because it's a woman. She's like, I'm not suffering. She was like, I'm doing fine.
And
I'm not saying that it doesn't exist.
I'm just bringing the question to the table under what you both just said, where it's more about the personality of the person rather than what's on their resume or, you know, their background or something like that. It's how they get along with you.
I mean, what's on the resume is partially going to count.
Okay.
But
it's absolutely, I mean, you have to have the requirements of the job.
I'm just saying, where is this massive unfairness coming from? And I'm even including, you know, my own racial standards. I've been into a lot of companies where I am literally the only black one there.
I think I've spoken on this before.
You may have. I have to go back and listen to our
I think I've spoken on this before. There is inequality for sure.
Across race, gender, all that. Definitely.
Yes.
We both agree on that.
Even within like companies who are multicultural or companies that are minority owned, there is still inequality. But speaking for myself, and I know I've said this before, but I'm the one who decided what people were going to think of me and how they were going to treat me. I'm the one who said, no, you're not going to shut me down because I don't look like.
All right, we talked about this when you went on that job.
Yeah, I'm the one that's in the meeting and they say, look, I'm standing out because I am me. I am not my color. I'm not, you know, where I come from. I am me.
And then they were like, oh, you're Joe. Oh, that's who we came to talk to.
Yeah.
Do you feel like more people
I think a lot more people should be that way. Yeah. Be more assertive with yourself and the power that you have as an individual.
That's why I just go around whipping it out.
What do you think?
Make your title important. You have to make yourself important.
Do you think there's a reason why people have that feeling in their mindset?
It's a cultural thing.
Oh, okay.
It's 100%. And when I say cultural, I don't mean like because of your ethnic background or anything. I'm talking about the culture, the environment that you're going to be part of. Like, for the most part, it is a white, male-driven society. Like, most businesses, I feel, are white, male-driven. So
even Louis C.K. was like, if I'd be born, or was it Bill Burr, one of those two comedians, who said like, oh yeah, like I'd totally no, it was Lucy K. I'd totally choose this again. Like, if I had a choice between being born this or anything else, I'd totally be white again. Like, because why the fuck not?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's clearly advantages. Yeah.
And that's changing, right? Or you think it's going to take like decades?
I think it's not going to change. No? I don't think it'll ever change as long as well, it's not going to change because the country was founded by white males,
rich white males,
wealthy white males.
Yeah.
So it'll never change. Yeah. It's up to us to say, you can treat everybody else like this. I don't give a fuck, but you're not going to treat me like this. Okay. I think it's up to the individual more than it is to a group, because, and it might be an unpopular opinion, but in the end, it is up to the individual to decide how well their life is going to be.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it's up to the individual how well you can.
That's a nice clip.
You can pretend that the overall arc of equality works, and we all want that. We want there to be equality, and nobody's judged or measured by the color of their skin. Absolutely, we do all want that, or their gender. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, or their gender.
Yeah.
But it is up to the person to decide how well they're treated.
You have a lot more control over the quality of your life than you think you do. More often than not, if you're quick to blame others, I'm not saying that others don't have blame, but if that's where your efforts end in just blaming someone else, then that's what you're going to get. If your efforts, you can blame somebody and be like, oh, fuck them anyways, and then continue your efforts to improve yourself. Like, it's true. Some people do have to be 4 times better just because there's a race or gender difference. You know, you have to be like 4 or 5 times better. That may just be that's just how the cards roll at this current time in the socioeconomic climate, right? It's not to say it's going to last forever. And is it fair? No, but neither is the fact that like birds can fly, but they can't walk very well, or they can't run as fast, but they can fly, or most sea life has to stay in the sea. They can't come onto land. I mean, things are just different for different people. And, you know, where one may seem like, oh, they have a lot of money, but for the most part, that class and race may be mostly unhappy deeply inside. Whereas someone who comes from a more culture rich background may not have a lot of money, but also they may have a lot better set of memories with their family because those values are there. I mean, no matter how you look at it in this world, it's about how you look at it. Just a fact.
Yeah. Life is what it is.
It just so happens that we live in a country where money tends to be a focus, and that tends to be flowing in a certain direction. But it's not to say that it's the real thing we should be focused on. It's just a real fucking factor that we have to live with while living in this country.
It's weird to think because people have an issue with a capitalistic society. A lot of people do. I honestly don't. I fucking
You wanted to be a capitalist.
Yeah,
Ron Swanson.
I love the world we live in.
I think when the economies are booming, there's less violence, dude, because there's more money to flow around. It's just some people
I'll
just
have to check the numbers on that.
dude. Honestly, I was thinking about it the other day, right? I was like, fuck, I need to make another $200 or something.
You gonna rob somebody?
I'm thankful that I was taught how to create an offering, a product, a package, a service, and how to source a client and determine how I can exchange value for that value. How can I create $200 of value? As opposed to the other, which is like, oh, I got to work like this many hours to get it. Or fuck it, I'll rob that person or that place. Like, do you see how there's an asymmetry in information? I was taught specifically, Keenan was like, excuse me? That I was taught how to fish. And I'm fortunate. It's not to say that I always have the confidence to do it, but I know how it's done. And most people don't go out and look for that information.
Right.
I remember I was like, how the fuck? If you think about it, most creatives, especially like singers and people who can depend on communities, they're like, oh, I got to make $1 million fucking dollars, right? Like, yo, how about you just show me how you're going to make $10 from a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say over the course of the next 3 years, you give yourself 3 years, you're going to day by day make the effort to make a strong connection with one person at a time.
You sound like the people at my seminar.
Right. No. I know.
That was a multi-level marketing.
But think about it, just one person at a time, a strong connection.
Yeah.
And each one of those people, you're going to say, hey, there's a platform called Patreon. And I know you just had a great time at the show, right? Yeah. There's a platform I'm on called Patreon.
I know.
If you really believe in what I'm doing, what would it be worth to you to commit $10 a month? $10 a month. That's like 2 coffees, right? $10 a month to the cause. Because I'm fully committed to this. And I just want to know, like, you know, I'm getting some headspace. And let's say you're able to, over those 3 years, get 1,000 people, just minimum 1,000 people. That's not even like 1,000 people. That's nothing. You can get 1,000 followers in 3 years. Easy, right? So let's say you get them to commit to $10 a month.
$10,000, okay.
That's $10,000 a month across a year. That's $120,000 a year.
Is this from people just giving you money?
$10 a month. But they're not just giving it to you. You're making things for them that they would consider worth that $10. Whether it's making videos on Patreon, letting them know what's going on, bringing them in on the process, things that they would consider valuable.
So it's a barter trade system. It's
a value exchange, and that's how every economy works.
Yeah.
But see, and the thing is, it's not that hard to make a decent living. It's not. We overthink it, and we're out here trying to get hours. And me too. I'm just as guilty as anybody else. I get mentally lazy. But the truth is, that's why capitalism works. If you're smart enough, hungry enough, and you do the work to find out what other people are willing to put their dollars out there for, because money doesn't mean shit if there's no economy to buy things with.
Exactly.
Right. So hypothetically, let's say everybody's hungry. How does that system work out? Somebody has to be on top in the capitalist system, right? Not everybody can be at the top.
Not everybody will be at the top all the time.
Okay.
That's part of capitalism. Is now, don't get me wrong, there are always people who decide to play by a different set of rules. In fact, as someone who has lived a lot of their life thinking other people are going to play by the same rules, more often than not, people are always playing by their fucking rules.
And that's kind of where I come from for the Andrew Yang, is that his name? Mm-hmm. Who wants to give everybody
$1,000?
$1,000 a week or a month? $1,000 a month for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And someone mentioned to me, like, you know, or we had a conversation, I forgot his name, about
you were
giving
like,
people...
you son of a bitch,
well,
I'm in.
Oh, God. I did see that floating around.
It's...
I don't know how these fucking memes start, bro. Somebody
Rick
out
and
there
Morty,
has
man.
serious influence, man.
Yeah, just the influence of the internet alone.
Baby Yoda is, it's getting on my fucking nerves, man.
Really? Baby Yoda's so cute and adorable.
I
I
love
want a
Baby
Baby
Yoda.
Yoda.
Dude, I saw somebody say, I think I said it last time. Somebody said, I would light Baby Groot on fire to warm up Baby Yoda if he was cold.
Yes, I saw
Yeah,
that.
I did.
No, so you were saying going back to Andrew Yang.
Yeah, in the
$1,000.
sense that because people will use we had a conversation prior to somebody that they said a higher amount, like give everybody like $1 million or something like that. And because they thought, well, if everybody had $1 million, they wouldn't do anything bad because they would lose that $1 million. And I said, I feel like the natural way of how people are made, just how we're born, is that we have
Human nature.
Human nature is, for lack of a better word, genetically evil. Like we're gonna, regardless, someone within our gene pool is gonna use that money to get more money from other people, corrupt, cheat, lie, steal, whatever. You know, not everybody's going to be honest with their cash. And that's why I'm kind of not against, but I'm just, I guess, need to understand more about
and that's,
sociology and psychology of humans when they're given a handout evenly.
But that's why you don't give a handout.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's why it's limited to $1,000 because it's just enough of a resource and it's not forced as food. Instead, it's forced as money because the whole point of it is it's just enough money to help somebody pay that extra car repair or that extra babysitter that they need or whatever it is. Just enough of a boost that isn't forced as food. That allows people to go, okay, well, as long as I can take care of that, I can actually get my ass to go do this. Now, I'm not saying that there are going to be people.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people who continue to have more and more kids because that's how the system works. And if they do that, they can milk the system.
Or they don't have those bills that they need to pay, and that's an extra $1,000. So say, for instance, I use that $1,000 to pay my bills, but Joe may not need it. So he just got an extra $1,000 to buy pretty much whatever he wants.
Well, if we're speaking about Joe, but you know it's going to go back into the economy.
If he does it, I bet there are people that he would probably take that money and then loan it back out to me, and then now we got a potential.
The whole point is that there's a surplus of income, or there's a surplus of dollar bills being exchanged in the economy that allows more things to happen.
Okay.
Movement.
And my objection is I feel like it's either going to cause more trouble than it is, or nothing at all will happen. It'll just be the same cycle. Like there's no positive advantage to it.
There are definitely an overwhelming amount of people who are going to finally be able to repair their cars. Are going to finally be able to get a babysitter, maybe finally pay their rent and actually have money left over to eat. You know, there's going to be there are always going to be people who want to cheat and break a system. But for all of those people, there will always be 100 to 1 people who could literally use that. And thankfully, they don't have to try to. The thing about the reason why I feel the welfare system is broken is for 2 reasons. The current welfare system. Number one, if you've ever been to a welfare office, the energy and the vibe is like so low. It's low vibration, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I walked in there once because I was doubting. I was like, man, I might need this shit. And I went in and I was like, fuck this. And I just took my ass to go find it. Like I roughed it out. And I was like, fuck that, because I don't like the energy there.
Yeah.
Right. I saw people literally changing their shoes before going in to look just a little dirtier. Okay. Like it's a real thing, right? The second reason why I think it's broken is because it does just give it to you in like food and this and that. So it doesn't encourage you to, okay, I have this extra money. What can I do with this? Right. And if they do give people money, it's usually a couple of $100 for like the per individual. And the problem with that is that if you do have more kids and you apply for that, then they give you more. Those are the rules of the game. Right. But if the rule of the game is, look, I don't care what you're going to do with it. Here's $1,000. No matter what, it's up to you. Doesn't have to be food. Doesn't have to be anything. That's it. It's up to you.
So why not?
You can't complain. You can't.
Why wait till you're?
Because most
he a
people,
billionaire himself.
Yeah, he's actually a successful businessman.
Why couldn't he take his $1 billion and test that out in like one town or one city or one state?
They are. There's like a bunch of case studies. In fact, in some places in San Francisco, they started doing it. Like some of those tech companies started doing that in the area. There are
within their own business.
That's why this idea is gaining so much attention. It's not just Andrew Yang.
Well, I meant like not in their own business that I can understand, but I meant like just random people. Andrew Yang goes.
Why does a rich person have to do that for their community, though?
Well, I'm not saying they don't have to. I'm saying
just asked if he's a millionaire. Why doesn't he do it within his
to test out his theory?
Well, why does he have to do it with his own
scale?
Money?
Huh?
Why would he have to do it with his own money?
Whose money would he use?
I don't know.
Well,
it's the quickest and easiest way. If he had that theory, then you do your research to pick out a small area.
You test your hypothesis.
This group of people don't have a lot, and they could use that type of money. If I'm going to present this on a national level, let's see if it actually works.
And you know what's crazy is he's literally been doing that with his own money.
If he's done that, then
he's been choosing one person at a time per month and adding to it incrementally. And like he's like choosing people specifically who he thinks they could really help to prove the concept. And each one of those people,
not
their lives have incrementally changed.
For me, that's picking a particular type of data. If you want the real data, you don't choose who this can benefit the most, because it's supposed to go to everybody in the whole entire country. You pick one town, regardless who has whatever money, and you give that whole town that $1,000 a month, and you see the results from that town of the individual, but not like if you grab people who had less income in their household, that is too specific of a target. That means on a national level, you would have to find out the group of people who have a lower amount of income and give that to them instead of people who already have millions and billions. Right,
and the benefit will go to even those people. Yeah, and the truth is there have been places where they're just doing it at a whole area too, regardless of their income.
So there are those types.
It just wasn't Andrew that did it. It wasn't Andrew Yang, but somebody else did it. But he is also using some of his own money.
Okay.
So it's both things happening at the same time.
Yeah. See?
I don't give a fuck.
Then the truth, and there it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've said it millions of times. I'm a consumer. I love this capitalistic society we live in, because if I'm doing my job, if I'm doing what I got to do to make this money, then I'm going to make money.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't have to share it with anyone. I don't have to be mad that I don't make as much as you, or you make more money than me. Like, I don't care about anybody else. I care about what I do.
There's a lot of heat right now on LA, because there's a lot of like
homeless people.
Not just that. There's a lot of heat on LA because a lot of the rhetoric politically that's going around, and I'm not by any means an expert. I've been hearing a lot lately. We're starting to be seen as a socialist, and where that used to be a bad word, we're starting to be seen as a socialist area because of the rhetoric and because of the way the Democratic Party is positioning itself right now.
I have no idea about this.
Yeah, it's starting to become a trend in how we're being branded, right? Like it's a real thing, and it's going so far as to, I think there was you guys saw that the new debates were going to take place, and at that location the workers there aren't being treated fairly and they're unionized. They're like the food workers there or whatever. So they're protesting, and a lot of the people who were going to go there to speak, the candidates were like, based on our platform, we're not going. And so now it's literally up to the federal government to step in to create a situation where they can continue to have these candidates speak
in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it was for the presidential debate.
Yeah.
It's something about all 11 candidates were, I think it was 11.
Oh,
we're like, nah, we're not going to do it if they're dealing with
which is a good political move, because anyone who would lose a lot of favor.
Especially with unions and shit.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
For sure, it's a super. Speaking of unions,
speaking of unions,
have you guys seen The Irishman?
I have not seen it yet.
That's what it's all about.
I was told it was good.
Good.
Isn't Peaky Blinders about that too? But just in an earlier date? Oh.
Nah, I can't say.
Can I just give Keenan side eye for a second?
What? What the fuck? What for?
Get out of here.
Just to make you feel uncomfortable, because it's so easy.
It's about it's super dope.
Much.
It's a really good movie. It's a Martin Scorsese movie.
Yeah, Robert De Niro.
It has Robert De Niro, Pacino.
Whoa,
it has Pesci.
Okay.
Pesci.
Look, dude, it has like
Goodfellas, not Goodfellas.
Like
Casino.
most of yeah. But it's not. It has nothing.
It's all the guys.
But
it's all the guys.
Yeah,
most of the mafia dudes that
are
you remember from the movies are there. I mean, the only one that no, there are a lot
like
who I didn't see.
So it was like the Expendables, except with the mafia.
Yeah.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's too bad, Keenan.
I'll give Keenan the credit for that one.
Whatever.
No, but
you saw how it's like one of those. Hey, we should go do this. No, I've got a better idea.
Went straight
we should go do this. That's what I said.
But it's like it was super dope. Like it. I mean, it has people you won't even think, like Ray Liotta's in it. No, not Ray Liotta.
I was about to say that would be cool too.
That would have been dope if Ray Liotta was in it. But
Ray Romano.
It has Ray Romano in it.
Harvey
Keitel.
Harvey
Keitel's in it. Like,
Harvey Keitel.
Wasn't Ray Romano
right
do a cameo in Sopranos? No, he didn't. Never mind.
No,
I'm tripping.
Sure.
I'm tripping.
That sounds like an SNL skit waiting to happen. Ray Romano in The Sopranos. I guess you guys want to shoot me now.
No, he was great in it. He was super, super good.
He could do serious
What
stuff.
I loved about it was that it was like a transgenerational movie. So you get bits from like the 60s, from the 70s, from the 80s, from the and like how they de-aged and aged the characters. It was fucking dope.
Oh, did they use computer graphics to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like it's a
Star Wars shit.
Yeah, it's a really
damn. I gotta check this movie out.
Really good. It's like 3 hours.
It's giving me a hard on just thinking about.
It's a movie, not a series.
It's a movie. No, it's a movie.
Oh,
it's like 3+ hours, and it was really good. Like, and
I have to be in the mood.
Just
for
the way it was
movies.
shot too. The way it was shot.
When are you in a mood for mobster movies?
Sometimes I'm in a mood. I get certain moods. I want to watch military stuff, or
that's true.
Yeah.
Like
I get in the mood. Like, I want to watch all these like secret ops type shit.
Moods? Who fuck has moods?
Fuck was that?
You know what I'm in the mood for right now?
Oh my god,
cock.
You said it with your eyes wide and your eyebrows cock.
Cock.
Are there any
you're in the
takers?
mood for cock.
Cock meat sandwiches.
What was it? Anything sexual?
Oh, that reminds me. Did you hear about that, by the way?
What?
Certain encampments, like Trump pulled out certain troops in some
Israel or whatever,
or somewhere where in the Middle East where we had shit set up, and we pulled all of our troops out. And there was video of a Russian troop in one of our U.S. bases where everything was just emptied out. We just like bounced. We left the cokes and all that stuff in there, and
the cokes,
like sodas, and food, all that. He was in the kitchen, everything, and showing it. Everybody just bounced, and a lot of the prisoners that were at these encampments that we had at U.S. camps, they just left. They bounced. They were gone. So, and apparently somebody said we couldn't find or were missing certain prisoners. Yeah. John Oliver did a funny joke about that on his segment.
John Oliver is like your spirit animal, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. Like,
Hey,
so it's crazy.
It's back. What's a
Last week
last
tonight?
week night. Mhm.
I gotta check
5
it
or
out.
6 episodes, I think. Yeah.
Episodes?
Or-
Episodes.
Jeez.
Episodes.
Talking about something serious here, man. We're doing some crazy shit
No,
over the other side of the
get on
world.
it. Yeah, I gotta get.
Spit that shit out, man.
Even though I don't know too much about it myself, I'm just paraphrasing. But it was very interesting shit. Like it wound up like the people who came in that our troops left, or when we left, like totally started doing a rampaging of like killings
Supplies.
and
Oh,
like
really?
horrible stuff. They like recorded on video of like killing somebody like in the road. It was wild shit.
That's crazy.
Anytime there's a vacuum of power, man, that's
Literally what just happened. It was wild to see that,
it's like when Gandhi finally helped his people like get a certain amount of freedom from the British colonialism.
At least they can say cock.
No, he stepped away when literally now it was other Indian people from like other beliefs or factions or what have you, who came in and established a new status quo. And like they asked him, they were like, "Are you going to fight this too?" He was like, "My job was just to make sure the British colonialism didn't take over anymore." He said, "But that will always happen with a vacuum of power. I mean, that's just how it is."
It will never happen like that
Fuck
in
Gandhi.
the U.S., will we? We'll never have a
Did you
vacuum
say
of power.
fuck Gandhi?
Fuck
Hey, my
Gandhi.
guy, take it easy.
You also said fuck Cesar Chavez. And
Yeah,
I get-
fuck Cesar Chavez
And
too.
you gave a explanation,
Racist.
and I had no idea about the history. It makes me wonder about our heroes in the black community, where it's like, oh shit, did I mistaken like what they did?
He
when
was
opposing it?
self-racist. Like he was well, not racist. He discriminated against undocumented
Yeah,
people.
but that makes me. Well, I definitely have to do my research, but it
And
makes
Gandhi
me
was racist. So
Yeah,
Gandhi was racist.
damn. What about Mother Teresa?
Oh, she liked little boys.
And you give me shit for the shit I say on this show. Are you
Oh
serious?
my god!
we go.
That
Why
might have to
can't
be
I
the
see
that might have
that?
to be the name of the episode. That's
Mother Teresa.
I don't
was
know
into
if
little
anybody
boys?
will even listen to that.
I don't think
shit.
so, but it's a good
I don't
liner. It's a good catch. You never know.
We would lose all our listeners and gain a whole bunch of new ones all at the same time.
Mother Teresa was a pedophile.
Oh my god! Damn!
Oh, smite me.
Hallelujah.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
I am calling shenanigans. Could you give me shit for the stuff I say on this?
Yeah,
ep-
because you say it.
Hallelujah.
What?
I was gonna.
Oh, about
mention something.
Bill Burr being on Star Wars, huh?
Oh no! Well,
Oh, no?
It was related to it.
What?
Yeah.
How was that even a fucking segue?
How'd you
What
know?
the
Because we
fuck?
talked about the Irishman.
Yeah,
And
no,
what, he's
that's not
Irish?
why. I forget why. But I was gonna bring up the
Yes.
Mandalorian.
The Mandingo Lorian.
The Mandingo.
That's definitely gonna be a porn.
Ooh.
I bet you that is a porn.
That'd be
It's going.
Hey, AVN or any of those porn sites. We have a great idea. The Mandingolorian.
I want to play Baby Yoda.
Weird.
But they're
Where,
gonna,
bitch? Where?
they're actually going to be at a place called Fantasy Castle in Long Beach. I mentioned that on the podcast before, but they're having a porn star event at that spot.
Wait, what?
And some of the famous people that are in the porn industry are going to be there. I had no idea. I saw I will explain how I know this.
There's this girl I know.
I should.
There's this girl I know who I don't know how detailed I should get
Battery?
into this, but there's this girl I know that that works for
The entertainment
that
industry?
works in the
Yeah.
entertainment. I don't know what company she works for, but she does behind the scene does behind the
Whoa,
scenes stuff.
First time
Joe
Yeah.
is messing up his words. What's going on?
Yeah,
Who is
but-
this lady?
Anyway, the Mandalorian. Jeez.
What a
So
great
many
episode.
feelings. So many
What a great-
feelings.
Was
right?
did I not lie when I
Feelings.
said I nutted at every single scene in that
Dude,
show?
So Bill Burr was in this last episode, and it was one of those. It was a heist episode, kind of like a heist
Yeah.
episode.
Like Ocean's
Yeah, it was great. It was
Yeah.
great, which kind of also
to Rick and Morty. Yeah.
correlates. I don't know why I was
Correlates.
What is it with you two old bastards?
which kind of correlates
Love
with the Rick and Morty episode from last week, which was
Mhm.
great. No, 2 weeks ago.
Fuck, man, I haven't seen anything new, Rick and Morty. I haven't seen anything new. You know what? My new thing is I just got this business book on photography. Snooze
Total
fest.
snooze fest, bro.
Dude, that should be Joe's character. We have Chaz. Billy does Chaz, and that can be your character.
He's also Chaz.
But spelled differently.
I'm Chaz. I'm also Chaz.
You're Chaz and I'm Chad. I'm Chad, bro.
Chad, but spelled like Chaz.
And I'm
The D's
Chaz.
silent.
It's Chaz with a D. Chaz.
It sounds like
It's Chaz, but the D is silent, bro.
Thank you.
you just got
Chase.
Chaz.
That was
Chaz, and Chase.
It was. I love that scene. A little improv of Philly being a Chaz, but back to Mandalorian.
great,
Yeah. So
I
Excellent
can't-
episode.
I can't wait to see what
What the fuck?
they do next.
yeah.
Did you just suck the dick of that
Suck
episode?
the teat of
Ooh.
Mandalorian.
I wanna
It's a
suck
good
a
one.
teat.
I could go for some of that right now.
It was the best scene for me in that show was, and I'm gonna spoil big ass spoiler alert, but Baby Yoda. I'm just gonna talk over Joe's humming. Baby Yoda gets chased by a robot. What?
Continue.
Or chased
A droid.
robot droid.
Don't you ever.
Oh, who's played by the voices? Fuck. You know, it's like this actor.
You know, you
It's
don't
like
have
like
to
a
say
Paul
this
Rudd
really
thing.
fast. You can actually take your time and think about it. You know that.
Well,
right?
I don't want to take up the time of the new.
I didn't know there was a different actor who played the droid or like a
yeah,
famous.
yeah.
These are not the.
I know
droids
Clancy
we're looking
Brown.
for.
Clancy Brown played the devil type figure.
Now, who is Clancy Brown in? Where do I know him from?
Clancy Brown's been in a lot of shit. He was
Why is Brown got to be synonymous with devil? What the fuck?
you know what? Because we're devil.
It is what it is.
No, but Clancy Brown, he does a bunch of
Devilicious,
shit.
baby.
But did you guys watch Cowboys versus Aliens?
Come on,
Oh,
I
I
just
know
told you what I did.
Oh,
bro.
Richard. I can't pronounce his last name. IT crowd. Curly hair,
Oh, okay. The
black dude.
Let me see.
This guy.
yeah, I don't know if he's a black dude.
Yeah, he's black. He's black.
Ayoade.
Yeah.
Isn't he like from New Zealand?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
he's dark skinned.
indigenous,
I mean, he could have be mixed. You never know.
Ayoade.
Okay. You're so insensitive.
You know what? Fuck you, Joe. You
Jesus.
just said Mother Teresa
Anyway.
fucks boys.
I mean, I didn't say she does. I said she might.
Oh my god.
And I didn't say they were boys. I said she was a pedophile.
Oh man.
Woo!
Anyway,
I'm loving
back
life
to
right now.
Mandalorian. It was
So
a great-
Clancy
Clancy.
Brown.
Yeah. Well,
So
man,
he's dope. He's a great actor. He's a live action actor, but he also does a lot of voice work. A ton of voice work.
You could use some voice work, Joe.
I wish,
Open
man.
up.
I want to be. I really do want to be a voice actor. I want to at least do voice
Ooh, he's in
acting for
Shawshank.
something.
You gotta get rid of that
Yeah,
whistle
Clancy Brown was
first.
one of the Clancy Brown was one of the security guards in Shawshank
Starship
Redemption.
Troopers, Thor,
yeah.
Warcraft,
He was in
Damn,
Cowboys
The Crown.
versus Aliens, The Crown.
Lady in the Train.
All right,
He
guys,
does-
let's stop looking at my resume for a second.
Billion.
He's done a lot of stuff.
He's been in
He's in the
other
Ninja Turtles. Was he in Billions?
Yeah, he's in Billion. It says it in there. But speaking of movies, Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Yeah, Philly. Have you seen the trailer to the new Ghostbusters?
This is gonna be embarrassing, man.
Jeez,
Does it take place after
Louises.
the one that they did with
It's
all the
technically considered
canon? Is it part of the
it's canon? It's
Okay.
canon. Okay, here's the
You
thing.
fucking nerds. Is it canon?
Here's the thing. Okay, now you have me sitting up
Damn,
like a gamer.
This excites Joe.
You know
I
this
know.
is serious. Okay, here's the thing. I'm sure you guys have watched Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
No, I saw one.
I
Oh,
think I
the
remember-
original 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think I saw the first one back when I was like 8, maybe.
Yeah, young.
You haven't seen part 2 when they get in on the Statue of Liberty and the Statue of Liberty's moving?
It's blurry, but
It's to fight the Marshmallow Man.
it's like
So-
Spice Channel in my head.
So let me give you a little bit of Ghostbusters
Oh,
history.
sorry. Maybe. I don't know.
is that the one where the slime actually comes through?
Yeah,
'Cause he wasn't in the first one,
ooze,
right? Yeah.
no, Slimer was in the first one. Yeah,
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh, was
it's-
this the marshmallow one?
No, that's part 1.
Oh, okay.
Slimer's in that one too.
Damn.
But I
Well,
forgot why
he's-
they used the Statue of Liberty
Oh.
to fight.
They needed to to get inside the
So they smashed the
the glass
yeah.
I
and
just remember having a sick crush on welcome. No, thank you for calling Ghostbusters. How may I help you? I used to be like, damn, I'd bang the shit out of her. I don't even know why. I just remember thinking
it's
that.
because of her hair. You like females with short
That's
hair.
right, I
like
do. That
haircuts.
little cut. It's like
Yeah.
a specific. It's not like can't like. Anyways, this isn't about me.
Anyway, so Ghostbusters. So the thing about Ghostbusters is that they, after the second part, they thought they were done. They were like, okay, because Bill Murray. Oh, which is another thing. I figured. Let me do that one first before. No, that's gonna open a whole can of worms.
You're losing me here.
No. Okay, so after the second one, they
Joe's
didn't
like
think.
that dude from Finding Nemo. I do know one joke.
Okay, so after the second part, they didn't think that they'd be able to make another
Third
one
one,
because
okay.
Bill Murray was kind of like,
I don't want to do
he's
that one.
bigger now, and he was like, you know what, I might not be able to do this franchise anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of done. So for years, they hadn't done anything. Like there was always talk, oh, we
TV
might get
show,
on it.
cartoon.
Yeah, Bill Murray wouldn't get on. He wasn't on board. So they continued the story, but through comic book but it wasn't canon. You know, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it was a continuation, but it wasn't considered canon.
Was the one that came out not recently was canon?
That's not canon. That's a reboot.
Oh.
That one was a reboot. So
With the girls, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
with the all girl
Hey.
cast, which I enjoyed that movie a
That was
lot,
dope.
man.
Huh.
I'm sorry,
I thought it
it
was
sucks that it got a lot of flack.
Huh.
But so they didn't have anything. Like they couldn't do anything because they weren't sure that the original cast was going to come back. Like nobody was agreeing on anything. Rick Moranis decided he was going to retire and never do movies again. So
Sounds like me.
they finally in 2008 or 2009 they Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, who were the original writers who play Egon and
Callahan parts.
Ray Stantz.
Ah, okay.
So who play
Nerd
Egon and
points
Ray?
kept.
So who play Egon and Ray? They're the original writers. And in 2009 they wrote a script, and everybody kind of liked it, but they weren't ready. They didn't want to make a movie,
Yeah.
so they made a video game. And technically, Ghostbusters, the video game from
It's a
2009,
continuation.
is considered part 3.
Okay.
Even Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, they were like, yeah, this is part 3. It's written by us completely. They're actually in it. They did all the stop motion. They did all the camera.
And the voices, Bill Murray
They
did
did the
voice?
voices. Bill Murray was in it.
Okay.
Like the original cast was in it.
It
Like
was just in video game form.
it was just in video game.
It's not a
form.
movie. They can. It's totally different.
So,
ballgame.
That's a
so
smart business
technically,
move, yeah.
they consider that part 3, and they just actually released a remaster of it on PS4.
Yeah.
So it just recently came out, maybe like a month or two
It's
ago.
definitely smarter than making a movie.
Yeah, so that's technically considered part 3. So this new one that's coming out can be considered part 4. A lot of people are going to consider it part 3,
Okay.
because they don't really know about the video game.
Right.
So this, to me, this is a part 4. To everyone else, it's going to be a part 3.
This sounds like when I talk about the books I read, except it's Joe talking about
Because you're
movies.
not into it.
No,
Billy has fully
no.
tuned out Joe.
I just rarely see Joe have this much information
Oh,
about
excitement,
something.
yeah.
Like where he like gets
Dude.
up, he's like,
We have to-
guys.
I could do this about anything pop culture related. Well, not anything,
Ninja
but
Turtles,
a lot of shit.
Ghostbusters, Star Wars for sure.
You're like that
Wars.
kid from Ready Player One, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
How would
makes so
you
much
do
sense.
if you were in Ready Player One? You think you beat it? You think you figured that stuff out with
Oh,
your history
no,
of video
man.
games?
Hell no. That's a lot of niche
Yeah.
like information that
Mm.
I know a lot of stuff about just pop culture in general, but a lot of that stuff is like really, really like like in the book they do I can't remember if it's The Wizard or Ferris Bueller's Day Out instead of, you know how in the movie they do The Shining?
Right.
In the book it's actually supposed to be they have to reenact word for word. I can't remember if it's The Wizard or
Ferris
Bueller's Day
Oh
Out.
shit, that's
I
hard.
can't remember, but they have to do it word for word. So I'm like, hell no. would
You know
never
what I
be able
want to
that.
do with you, and hopefully maybe with third person,
Whoa,
is to really
whoa.
Trivia night.
not just trivia night, but we rewatch the original Star Wars and we say the lines either as they're happening or before they happen, and see who can say the most lines, who remembers most of the script.
I'd probably be up there. I'd probably get the first place.
Yeah,
I
I think we should
That's
do
the
that.
most nerdy shit I've ever
I
heard
don't
in
give
my
a
life.
fuck. I'm a Star Wars fan.
I think that'd be
Till
great
dad
if
died.
we had like a few people and we did that, like a little party thing.
Well,
so you can get to it first.
I mean,
Get some nachos together and I'm there, bro.
Dude,
Of course,
I don't know.
certain entities may or may not have to be in the presence of when we actually
Wow.
do it.
Yeah. Thanks for giving me side
I
eye.
don't know how
Not
excited
you.
you guys are, but
What? Oh, for
This
the new Star
Thursday.
Wars.
Skywalker.
This
This-
1
Thursday.
week, 1 week, 1 week.
It's less than a
1
week, Blair.
Less
It's
than
like
1
4
week.
days, 5 days.
4 days.
I thought we
4
said we were
days.
going to invite Keenan. Oh, hey, Keenan. What's up?
I was the first one to
he
give you
actually
money.
paid me first.
Yeah, $3 short. I may add.
$3 short.
Because I
but
thought the pricing, like the taxes and stuff like that.
it was not
Oh,
included.
It was
When is we're going to the Sir concert, right?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
that's this Tuesday. Yeah.
Damn, it's going to be a busy
It's gonna be a
fucking
busy
week.
week.
It's a
man.
busy week.
It's a good thing I
Right.
don't work for anybody.
I know, I know a few people asked me something on Tuesday, dude. Because Tuesday and Thursdays are really my only days where like I might be able to do something outside of my normal.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm constantly telling people, yeah. Thankfully, everybody drops the ball and never confirms so much that like I get away with like Tuesday. Or
So what's
Thursday.
the proper way then? Like if we need to, do we need to inform? Is it just in general? But we're going to use Philly as an example, and definitely because I'm using an example, you can answer this. But should we constantly remind you, not even constantly, but keep you more
like
informed?
me?
Well, keep you more informed on the normal for something that we want you to be a part of, rather than you keeping the responsibility on yourself to be like, I did say I was going to be there. I should have done more of this. Or instead of, hey, I really wanted you to be here. I'm going to call you the day of or an hour before just to make sure you're coming because I want you to be there. Like, is it a duality? Is it more responsible?
I think it is a duality because,
It's two-way street.
like, for me, if I know something's coming up, you know, I'll try to reach out like a week in advance to make sure that y'all still good
In
for
fact,
it.
you guys just reminded me I got to tell somebody I can't meet Thursday because I'm going to the movie.
But in the same respect, and it just happened
In
to
the
me.
same
In the
respect.
same respect.
I didn't hear a whistle,
In the
though.
same respect, it just happened to me with my friend John. Like, we were supposed to get tattoos today,
Mhm.
and I didn't confirm
So he went
that,
off
that
and
we
did
would
it
do it.
without
So,
you.
so he went and did it, and I'm like, yo, you went and got the fucking tattoo. You didn't remind me.
Right.
But it's also partially
You
my
should've
fault because
reminded,
I
yeah.
should have been like, yo,
Yeah.
are we really going to do this?
And have you come across people like that are very intent on putting the responsibility on you? Like you should have.
I think it's a dual thing. Like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I remember reading the text about the Sir concert, and Keenan was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
So yeah, I've definitely met people who try to put it on
Fuck
you.
you.
yeah.
Well, whatever.
Yo, I'm super excited about this concert.
No,
though.
man,
Fuck you.
honestly, it's a two-way street, and it helps if people have best practices like putting shit on the calendar
Well,
once you actually commit to something.
When did
Yeah.
you buy those tickets?
Shit, like 3 months ago.
See, so slightly seriously, I'd been like, Joe, if you really wanted me to be there, why didn't you tell me when you were buying the tickets 3 months ago?
Who said I
Or-
necessarily wanted you to be there?
That's right. He actually
God
said, "Hey
damn
guys, by the way, I have 2 extra tickets."
Yeah.
Yeah. So who
See,
filled out?
Well, no, for me,
Yeah.
Hey, we shouldn't be airing our dirty laundry
No,
on
no,
the
no,
podcast.
this is
It's
fine.
none
This
of their
is fine.
business.
but this is the topic. Like,
Yeah.
for me, if I'm gonna go to a live event or something, I like to invite people who are gonna genuinely appreciate
As much
the
as
show.
you are, or close to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know you're not really a fan of R&B.
hmm
I would figure I'm not really gonna ask him because I know that he's not a fan and he's probably just not.
That's
gonna
why I
enjoy it
brought
as
you to
much.
Ruth Mother and not ask other people like Philly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, in the same respect, there are people who I know
Right.
who are super fans of Sir.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, I'm gonna invite them
And
first.
they should go
If we're good,
Devin.
then we're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of the people dropped out, and then it gives me the opportunity to be like, hey
Right.
guys, if you guys want to come, please let me know. I'm
Right.
down to bring you guys.
So you're confirming what I'm saying as well, is that if you wanted someone to be a part of it, you would be the one that's letting
Correct.
them know and
Just the way we did with Star Wars. Like as soon
Yeah.
as I knew that tickets were going to go on sale,
right.
immediately, like I buy them and then I say, hey guys, how many of you are actually going to come?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just me. Like, because I know that, well, not specifically for movies, but like with concerts, I know I can buy as many tickets as I want. And if I don't end up like getting enough people,
Yeah.
I can turn those tickets around like that.
You need
and
to
I
show
will
me how to
get
do that.
and I will get a lot of money back. Like
'Cause I bought tickets.
I've bought tickets for concerts like when they first come out.
Yeah.
And I'll flip them and I'll get all my money back and I'll still be able to go
Yeah.
to the concert. Like,
Damn. Because I bought those 2 tickets to San Diego for the Wolf Mother concert.
Coulda
And
flipped
I
them.
didn't know how to flip them.
Yeah, you could have flipped them easy.
All right.
Yeah, like with the Lucky Day show, I bought 8 tickets. I sold 3 of them and got all my money back. So I was able
For
to go to
8
the Lucky
tickets,
Day
yeah.
show for free.
Ah,
You know,
nice.
Wake up.
And that would have been the same situation for Sir because right now I bought the tickets for Sir at
It was 25 you showed?
it was
Should I not talk about
25
that?
plus tax.
Okay.
So in the end, with the fees and all that shit, it
Yeah.
would have been like $30.
Yeah.
Okay. So I bought those tickets at that price, and I know right now if you're trying to buy a ticket to the concert, it's like
50, 60
$100.
bucks. Oh.
It's like $130.
Oh shit.
So I know that I would have gotten all my money back
Damn.
if you guys were like, no, we can't
that
make
sounds
it.
like a side business you should be starting, man.
Well, that's what StubHub is.
Oh.
StubHub is that. Like people will buy out tickets
Okay.
and then sell them at 3-4 times the market value.
Motherfucker, is that why Hamilton tickets are like $800 for like the back row seat?
Yeah, if you're trying to buy them through StubHub, yeah, that's exactly what they do.
That's some
They'll
bullshit.
buy out the tickets of popular artists, and then they'll just resell them a week prior to the show.
So can they
But that's all business is supply and demand.
can they just regulate it? Or is
Well,
that a bad thing?
they've tried. It used to be, excuse me, it used to be worse because they would just have bots buy the tickets. As soon as the ticket came out, a bot would buy it.
Okay.
Bot.
And
bot.
one person can own one person can own like 5-10 bots, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
So
Shit.
that, I mean, if you come in with enough capital, you can buy a shitload of tickets and get your money
you gonna do a
back.
come in joke? I knew that's where you're going.
No,
Oh.
I'm just saying that's
That's
that's the most fundamental
Business
principle of
101.
business. Yeah.
Wow.
And you know
Supply and
why
demand.
and you know why that is available? Because we live in a capitalistic society where you make shit.
Way to bring it back, Joe.
What's up? Aren't you guys glad I'm back?
A little bit.
What the? Wait a minute. Fuck you
Because
guys.
we would have brought somebody else on like Francia, and then me and Philly have just been like,
Yeah. So just let me point that out.
Oh.
I know for the listeners, it's been a kind of like a little mixed situation these last episodes because usually we'll do an episode of us, an episode with a guest, episode of
and
us.
that's debatable because some
Yeah.
people say they just like just us.
And some people like
Just
when
the
there's a
guest,
guest.
yeah.
So-
Honestly, I think as long as it's good, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
There
You can
should-
think
So-
Philly? Oh,
So
Wow,
technically, we
you
should
better
have
watch your fucking back.
had a guest, but since you guys had a guest on last week, we figured it's fine if we just do ourselves.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we
hey,
do.
I'd love to do myself.
Hey, we don't have anybody lined up for the next week that we're married to, right?
No,
Like,
well,
as a
we're not
person?
supposed to have anyone next week. It's
Oh,
just
that's right. It's
supposed to be us.
Christmas. Oh, it's just supposed to be us.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be
Wait,
us.
Christmas is.
I honestly, I don't know what fucking day it is. Sorry, I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. So just, I'm doing my best to keep up.
Damn, I
here.
thought we settled that in our last show. Philly,
Yeah,
get some sleep. What
I've
the
had
fuck?
some serious insomnia.
Hey, okay.
Insomnia.
Tell me all about it.
Zam.
Tell me all
Zip is
about
out,
it.
zip is out.
Honestly, that's how I caught up on Fairy Tale.
Oh, really?
Because
I
you've been
just-
watching it.
I just couldn't sleep, so I was like, all right, I threw this shit on, and I'm like, because we're a team, and that's what we do.
Yo,
We
you
work
guys
together.
have no
I
idea.
need to. I need to go back and rewatch where I know where the story fully is.
Man, the last 10 episodes of
Yeah.
Fairy Tale, like,
So
hit
did
me in the fucking
But do you see?
heart.
I feel like everyone who was just listening to us is like,
Nobody
wait,
about Fairy
what
Tale?
the fuck are we talking about all of a sudden?
We're bringing it back to our Fairy Tale
half and half because
conversation.
people may not know a fuck about Ghostbusters. Well, that may not be true, but still.
Everybody knows Ghostbusters.
Hey, what do you guys think about
Or
the
Star
fact that
Wars.
I've basically eaten pizza pretty much every day for like the last 4 or 5 years?
I thought you were supposed to be healthy.
Every day?
Like every fucking day.
You eat pizza every day.
And look at me, dude.
Oh my god. Whatever.
I
You eat pizza every day, Filthy?
Every
one
single day?
slice or a whole
eat
pizza?
1 to 2, generally speaking,
1 to
2
2
slices
slices.
of pepperoni pizza every fucking day of my life, dude. For the last 5 years now. This would be
There's
the
got to
fifth
be
year.
some days where you don't eat pizza.
Dude, straight up.
You ate pizza today.
Straight up, my guy, bet.
I already lost a bet to Joe on the way over here, so I'm not going to bet anymore for at least
But
another 2 weeks.
Can you believe that shit? Like,
That's impressive.
and not only that, I've been drinking those sugary yerba mates every single 1 to 2 of those every
Hold on.
single fucking day on
For
top
the
of
last
that.
2 years.
5 years.
5 years? Yerba mates every
Yeah,
single
There's
day
got to
for
be
5
some
years?
medical thing that's like
How the fuck
going
did
on
I
and
with
not-
your
then
body.
and then I
know
went
about yerba mates?
and then I went to the doctor. I want to say maybe 4 or
you say
5
you're
months
all
ago.
sorts of fucked up.
4 or 5. No,
You're
no.
fine.
And they
You
were
got
like,
a clean bill of health. That son of a bitch.
yeah, they were like, wow, you're doing pretty good. Maybe cut back on the cheese a little bit. That's only because they're like, yeah. And I was like, I'm actually like 20 pounds heavier than I want to be. They're like, 20 pounds. I was like, yeah, I used to be 155 and now I'm like 170.
Damn, I'm like at 210.
I'm at like 185,
Damn.
But when I think
but
about
I'm
it,
proud of myself.
when I think about it, dude, I've slept shit, ate shit. Like, I don't know how.
Well, you're also
I
hitting that
exercise a
term where
shitload,
you're going
though.
to start gaining a lot of weight.
Hey,
I
this is just your
exercise like a
freshman
motherfucker,
15.
though. I exercise crazy, though.
You're at about what my weight was 5 years ago. Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Give it another 5, Philly. You
Hell
fit right
no.
in.
You're like, fuck no.
Hell no. I've been going to the gym like
As soon as you start getting some
motherfucker.
gray hairs, you're
But
getting
it's
some
true.
30s.
You got to change that diet, man.
For sure. Yeah. I
mean-
just finally ate
I mean,
a
your
kale
diet
and-
is. You ate
a kale and spinach sandwich, but it had meat and cheese.
Wait,
on it.
what?
fuck out of here.
I
Oh,
know.
like no bread, just the kale and spinach?
No,
wrap?
no, it had bread on it. It had bread, meat, cheese. It had mayo. Ooh, I'll tell you about my skit later. But
Don't
and
say skeet in the middle of food.
skit.
Skeet. I know we never let
Focus,
Keenan
Keenan.
finish saying anything. No respect.
Yeah, I finally and it actually it. I need to do more of that, and it tastes pretty good. I'm starting to like the Jamba Juice apples and green stuff. You know, where it's like just healthy. Healthy. If there was a way. Okay, what I'm trying to say is there is a way to get healthy and eat healthy, right? It's just for me, it's the way it tastes, and taste is very key for a lot of humans, and especially for me. But I just had a bean. Hamburger, bean patty.
Ugh, I fucking hate those shits.
Like it's nasty.
They're fucking nasty.
Well,
I hate 'em.
it had a mix in the
Speaking of which, we're going to get something after this, right?
yes,
Yeah,
in the
absolutely.
burger it had that. It had avocado. It had lettuce, tomato, cheese, all this stuff. So that combination with the sauce and
Sure.
everything,
I mean, at that point,
it's like it's a salad that I'm eating. But
Dude.
you know, so it's good. What?
Joe's talking all that shit, but we used to live next to this place called Lucy's over on La Brea and Pico.
Okay.
And we would get a cheeseburger and add avocado and refried beans
You
to
have
it.
no idea how phenomenal that
Oh,
burger.
yeah?
But that's different because
It had a
the
meat patty.
patty isn't a bean patty.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a regular.
so
That
it's a
shit
little-
was pretty
beef
good.
So it's like a little chili toss,
Bro,
but
okay, guys.
Yeah.
If any listeners who live in the LA area,
Find us some spots.
go to Lucy's on Pico and
Shout out
La
to
Brea.
Gabe and Carlos.
Pico and La
man.
Brea.
Yeah, Gabe and Carlos, the
The
twins.
twins, yeah. Those are the homies.
So
Lucy.
I think they're owners, right? Their family. are the
yeah,
owners.
they're the
Okay.
sons of the
Okay,
owners.
So-
restaurant.
So shout out Lucy's Burgers
Okay.
on, and it's a famous place because it's been filmed at a lot.
That's the
like-
fucking spot, man.
So
Pico and La Brea.
Lucy's on
right
Pico
across
and
the
La
street
Brea.
of like Roscoe's.
Yeah, it's
oh,
right
I know.
across.
Okay, I know what you're talking. Pips. Pips is there.
Okie Dog.
Okie Dog is there. What
Okay.
was? I don't know if it's still there, but
That
yeah.
Chinese food place. That
The
shit was
Chinese
bomb
food
too.
place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go there,
No one ever knows the names of those places.
You
Or
get-
that Chinese food place.
it's
one's
called
hot.
Chinese food.
But then you go to New York and like you know exactly the Red Dragon. Yo,
Red
yeah,
Dragon.
it was,
Oh yeah, it was Jean Schiller.
yeah, yeah.
Ooh, I want to start a Patreon
With the Szechuan.
or a GoFundMe to get me to New York. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, go ahead.
You got it
So-
for your PlayStation.
So, oh yeah, that was
I
years
love
ago.
my picture I made for that.
That was great on the bike. Anyway, so go to Lucy's, get the cheeseburger special, then add avocado and refried beans.
I just got a
I
light head.
And a
guarantee
fried egg.
that. Ooh.
Keenan done changed the game.
Got my dick a little chubby there.
Keenan, you done changed the game.
You know that first rush when you get the blood
No,
going?
but it has to be like over easy or
Yeah,
where
it's
like,
funny,
where like
yeah.
oozes out.
Oh my god.
Oh, guys, stand back. I don't know how big it's gonna keep growing.
I'll probably add a little bacon for myself.
Ooh.
Joe can't eat it. Turkey bacon. It's not the same.
No.
Everybody knows turkey bacon is not
If
the
you
same.
actually ate pork or by accident, you won't freak out about it. Not as like I'm gonna put a practical joke or anything, but like say if some dick did that, they practical joked you.
Some
and
dick fell into your burger.
Yeah.
If they knew
That
if they
you-
know my
and they
situation
was like, I got you.
and actively did
Yep.
it, like
You'd be
that,
super pissed.
I would be fucking pissed. I would be
Damn.
pissed because I mean I respect everybody's like
Food choices, yeah.
food choices or lifestyle choices.
Yeah.
I respect everyone's lifestyles. If that's the way you want to be,
Mhm.
that's the way you want to be. And if somebody actively does something to affect that, I would consider that a personal insult. Like, yo,
Yeah.
dude, like we fuck around, but like
Mhm.
this is like a life choice. I haven't had, you know, that I haven't had anything like this
in a decade.
in
or
a
longer,
decade,
yeah.
practically a decade. So it's like,
If you ever want some red meat, Joe, I got you, bro.
hey,
Now, but if it happened,
yours
by-
would be pink though, wouldn't it? Because you're white.
Oh, actually,
Yes.
no, because I'm
It'd be
half and
pale.
half. So
Medium rare.
it's just the right color. Actually,
Oh, it's like when the steak is brown on the outside and it has that pink on the inside.
it's medium well. No, it's medium rare.
medium rare. So, but if you did it by
Oh,
accident, it would be
I'm a hybrid.
you would be somewhat.
I'd be pissed if somebody like
If it
did
was
that
by-
on purpose.
But if by
Yeah.
accident, you'd be like,
Fuck, now
somebody
I kind
fucked
of
up
want to
your
go
order.
to Lucy's, dude.
Is that open? Is that open
It's
late?
24
It's
hours.
24
dude.
hours.
Then I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I ate there. I just didn't have that special.
You gotta
order.
have the
Yeah.
cheeseburger combo or special
with avocado.
with avocado and
And a-
beans.
and-
And we were
Now
always
Friday.
like, yo, no salad, all fries.
Yeah, no salad, all fries. Because they try to give you, you know how it comes
Like
in
the
the
little
to
ass,
go
like-
the
yeah.
to go thing. So they'll put they'll fill one pocket with the fries and then the other pocket.
It's
with
like,
the
my guy,
fucking-
I'm eating a cheeseburger and
Oh, wait, give me
fries.
something healthy.
The salad ain't
You'd
going
be
to do
like,
nothing.
yo, exactly. How
Yeah.
redundant is that? Like they want to give you a fry when you just got a fucking nasty ass
Mm.
burger.
Yo, but our favorite thing to do there was also to ask them for orange and carrot juice because they juice on the spot.
Yeah,
Motherfucker, you're monitoring our time, aren't you?
What?
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
What are you
He's not
talking
supposed to be doing that shit.
What are you
You're
talking
supposed to be in the moment, Philly. You're doing.
If I looked down, it was because I was visualizing the juice.
Visualizing the juice.
yeah. Oh, you know
Honestly,
what?
also
I'm
I'm
on
like
to you,
slightly
sir.
lightheaded like these last like 20 minutes. So,
That's
like,
because you had
Really?
like 20 cups of coffee and shit.
that's probably also true.
Yeah, yeah,
God damn
and
it.
pizza.
Drink coffee, do things faster and stupider.
Oh my god,
But yeah, man, Lucy's was the jam back in the day.
mine.
Man,
I'm sure it
free
still is.
advertising, but that's because we
Yeah.
really fucking
Mine's
love
Tommy
it.
Burgers.
Fucked
Mine is
it.
Tommy
I know
Burgers.
yours is Tommy
Yeah.
Burgers.
Dude, I
I
had
choked on a hot dog once.
Hey, I'm sure you did.
It
Look
was
at
like
you, you
I had
nasty
braces. I had braces, and a piece of the hot dog didn't get fully bit off.
ass.
So the skin got stuck on the back of the braces. So the meat was dangling in my throat, and I couldn't handle it. So I had
Look
to
at
I had to
that.
stick my fingers in my mouth and then yank it out.
49.
What does 49 mean?
Susie and Billy.
Susie and Billy?
Oh, both of them.
Fuck.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
shout out! I have a food blog, guys, with some of my friends at the Food Dudes Adventures.
This ain't your soapbox, man. What the fuck?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, because
I'm totally
we're
kidding.
talking about food and
That's
shit.
true.
So
That's
right.
true.
if you guys want some
Actually,
great eats, follow at the Food Dudes Adventures.
I need to check that out. I need to check
Yeah,
out what
we
you
got
guys
some
have been
great
posting.
eats. We post a
went
lot
to
of really good food.
One of those spots. Your food dudes in
Yeah, you've
K-Town.
come out. Yeah, you've come out.
It was actually
to
it was pupusas.
pupusas.
They
yeah,
said
you got.
Fuck, you guys
Oh, I
went to
should-
Pupusas
we gotta-
without me?
Dude,
Damn.
we got to
We
go
can
to the
take
spot.
Philly.
Yeah, we got to go to the
Yeah,
spot.
you
They have
guys,
some really good-
you guys literally know how little I like to go out there. You guys just
We
stopped
just
inviting
don't
me and
like.
shit.
Well-
Philly only has time for the pod.
And
Everything else is. Just,
And that's what you brought up. Like if you know they're not interested, you don't bring. You don't.
I don't
invite
know if you remember this in the group chat, but when I hit everybody up for the Star Wars thing,
Yeah.
Philly was like, if I gotta make some time, I'm like, Phil, this shit is like 3 months away. If you can't fucking make the time for this, he's like, I don't know, guys. It's I gotta find some time for this.
them.
I'm
Oh
like,
my god!
Phil,
And the movie's gonna be what 2 hours long?
3 months
like
in
two-
advance.
yeah.
That's it. We did. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm ridiculous,
Yeah,
man. I'm
It's all right.
ridiculous.
Everybody has, we gotta
I
make
need
our
to get
time.
your opinions on something before we head to the soapbox.
Who said we were going to the soapbox?
I don't know. I'm
We're
monitoring
actually
Philly.
pretty close.
See, we
Okay, go.
We are actually pretty close.
I had this conversation about, and I brought this on the podcast a while back about somebody that I was interested in that I asked out every year when I meet them
I remember.
at their work because I use their product, and every time I get the opportunity, I take my shot or shoot my shot. And I was asking like, when should I stop? So I'm bringing that up again now because I just had a recent conversation, and it was about, they were like, Cianan, you're crazy. Like, why are you still hollering at this girl if she's always with somebody? And the one opportunity you did have, you didn't really take that chance. So what is it that you just move on? And that was why I was bringing, like, should I really move on if I see them again, or if the connect? Because every time we have a connection, it's always like, why am I not with this person?
I know you saw her recently, right?
Yeah.
Is she with someone at the moment?
Yeah. See, I didn't ask. See, the thing is, I knew I shouldn't have, but I didn't want to ask because I had a strong feeling she was, and I had a conversation with my roommate, and I don't know what I was thinking in the sense of like, it was sort of a challenge of like, the girl thought, I know kind of a way how you should say it or phrase it. So I'm like, okay, here's my challenge in my mind. This person thinks they know how to say it. I bet you that it won't go the way you think it is. Kind of a thing that I do, which I'm trying to get away from, like, I'm right, you're wrong. I know calculating and premeditating for things. And so I gave them my phone, and they sent a text to the person. Sure enough, a couple hours later, they said they, were seeing someone. So I was like, I told you so kind of thing. But then I really thought about it. Like, should I really?
Well, you shouldn't push it if she's seeing someone. Like,
oh no, of course. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But it's not to say that you should give up on the situation.
Is that a hopelessly romantic kind of thing?
Not necessarily, because people change their minds.
Yeah.
So I would honestly, now that she's said right now, like, yo, I'm seeing someone.
Of course not.
Then you kind of back off and come back to it eventually if it does come back. But don't give up. Like, it's never going to happen, because you don't know what might happen like a year from now or 2 years from now. You could go back there and be like, yo, hey, how's it going? And at the moment, she might not be seeing someone, and you'd be like, yo.
She might not. And the person I was talking to recently said, I shouldn't put the effort in asking her. Like, if I see her again, she should be the one that asks me, because she's known for the past 10 years I've been interested and or single for most of those years. So why would I ask? She should be the one that's like, oh, are you still single, Cianan? Let's go out.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Philly, your thoughts?
Honestly, man.
Oh, God.
No. I don't have a relationship. I've got a lot of things I got to work on.
But you have a lot of experience, and history, and knowledge.
I just happen to be handsome, and sometimes things go my way. No, I want to be dead honest with you, man. I have a lot of work to do with myself personally.
Am I not handsome?
No, I think you're a good-looking dude.
Good-looking dude.
And you're tall. Like you got a lot of great qualities, man.
Yeah,
a lot of great qualities.
You have a pretty decent sized dick. I mean,
I
mean,
hey, bro,
it's average.
I just I'm done giving like
advice
on things.
So you should just ask me, because Philly's like,
well, I trust Philly's words.
Joe's been able to build a really successful family, so there's truth to that, and like, honestly, like I've been
He's like,
without going too deep into it, I've just been trying to take a more realistic look at myself and where I may have some shortcomings. And the truth is, like, it's like my cousin Angel used to say to me all the time, I could give him advice, but at the same time, like, he doesn't look like me. He doesn't act like me.
What works for you doesn't work for him. Yeah. I was speaking in a general, well, not general sense. I was talking about myself, but I just thought, hearing multiple ideas and thoughts and opinions instead of just this one person.
I could tell you, if somebody told me, hey, I'm actually seeing someone right now, I'd be like, okay, cool. And the conversation doesn't have to stop entirely. You could just, just be friends with them.
Yeah.
Mostly because my current efforts are just to see if I can even be friends with somebody. Because if the relationship stops at attraction and whether or not you have sex, like, it's at least take my word for it. It's destined to be a problem.
Well, and the connections. It could be. I could hook up with this said person a year or 2 years later, and it could be a horrible relationship. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
All of our damn it. However, all of our interactions has always been so great in a sense of like
Awesome.
making each other laugh, our same mentalities, same ideas. We even had the same thoughts for what we're going to do on our birthdays, and we're only like a few weeks apart. So
It sounds like a great friendship so far.
fuck you, Joe.
No, it does. It does. And honestly, you're right. She knows you're interested. And to be honest, yeah, any woman who knows what she wants.
But that doesn't make me jaded, right? For saying, well, she should be the one to ask me out because she knows I've been
No,
single.
you've made the effort, man. And it sucks. Like if they're like, no, I'm kind of seeing someone, timing is a little off. But honestly, if she's worth it, man, I guess go for it. You know, like I'm not, don't push it, like Joe said.
Yeah,
right?
Of course. Yeah, of course. That makes
But like,
me
you
kinda
know,
creepy.
leave room, but also don't close off the possibility of coming across some other amazing people.
I just realized I have her listening to the podcast.
So what? Then she knows how much you mean
That's
to her,
because you just aired it out. You
or how much she
fucking-
means
I know,
to you.
I forgot.
No, but then now she knows how much she means to you, you know, and I don't think it's weird.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I can't say that that's how much she means to him.
or how interested
how
he is. Yeah,
interested
that's
he
what I
is.
meant.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah.
What my sentiment was, now she knows how interested you are. On,
Oh,
like
yeah.
what level of like interest do you have?
Yeah, because if how much she means, that would imply that like there are deep
Sure.
feelings.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I
As
chose
opposed to
the
like,
wrong
yeah,
word.
I'm pretty
Chose the
interested
wrong
in her.
word.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's
I'd like
good.
to
See, we have a lot of like minds. Yeah, that's
You know what I
fine.
have a habit of doing that I've noticed when it comes to things like that is like if we have a great moment, I have a tendency to be like, man, that was great. Like
Right. And you just gloss over the fact that, that was my opportunity.
no, like I'll tell them like, wow,
Oh.
that was really great, right?
Oh.
Like I'll say things like that, and I've noticed that there are different responses. And it's not like I'm talking like a lot of people. Just over time in my life, like I've noticed like some girls that I've spoken to over my life in time, they've had a reaction where they're like, oh, like, well, you don't have to point it out, you know, like you should have just lived it, you
To
know,
each
and like it's
their
an
own, I
immediate
guess.
turn. It's an
Yeah.
immediate turn off.
yeah.
And then there's the opposite where like if you don't say anything, it's like,
Yeah.
and so that's just a point in case that you never really know and
Per person.
don't
kind of
have
thing.
any expectations and just
Yeah,
be dope as fuck.
I live it, buddy.
Joe's
I
game
live
is
it.
fucking Joe's game.
No, seriously, my main problem with it, without going too far into it, has been that I've been having expectations and I didn't even realize it.
So are you now changing your expectations, or that it's just
I'm
going
a
to
little
take time?
I'm a little jaded right now. I'm a
Oh,
little
okay.
jaded right now, mostly because at myself and how bad things have gotten in general with me. Like when I think back to it, I was like, fuck, I really did not give with zero expectations, and I thought I was. But every step of the way, as I reflect and look back on it, everything I gave, I was expecting something in return. It may not be like, I'm not literally saying like I expected sex. It wasn't that, but I expected reciprocation or a level of commitment to something, like as if like when they never even asked for the level of giving that I gave. And the truth is, like, they know me shit.
Yeah.
Nobody ever does.
Ever.
And I'm only now a little disillusioned, but coming to terms with the fact that don't expect shit from anyone because nobody owes you shit in a real way. And that includes me not owing other people shit.
Absolutely,
Right.
100%.
I guess I'm going to leave that as my soapbox since I took so much time to say it.
What the fuck?
There's
What
plenty
the
of times
fuck?
in the podcast you talk for way too fucking long. So
You can't leave that as your soapbox. We haven't even started the soapbox, and Keenan's the one who's supposed to start the soapbox. So sorry, buddy, you don't get to decide
you're
that.
out.
He's like, I don't know you motherfuckers anything. That was my soapbox period.
That was my soapbox, man.
Yeah.
No,
We're not allowing it, or at least Joe's not allowing
unacceptable.
He said red card.
Put out that red card.
it.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of red card,
Okay.
real quick.
No, real quick. Isn't it
Oh,
how
yeah,
long
yeah,
as
right.
ever we want it? I'm not sure.
Well, real quick, because there isn't a lot of data to give or information to give.
Oh,
Uh,
never mind.
LAFC comes back next season.
Ooh, we should go to a game.
You guys should absolutely come out to a game, 100%.
Can we do the podcast?
you know,
never mind. Sorry, I'm bringing out. I'm bringing
a
meeting
bunch
ideas.
of the TSG people know you guys
Yeah.
already.
I was
Shout
there.
out to TSG.
I got fucking
man.
drunk.
It's that much easier. Like, you know, people in the group listen to our podcast.
And I love that. I really should meet some of these
Yeah,
people.
so a bunch of
man.
people already know you guys like by name, and
They gave me their
even
drinks.
listen. Yeah, dude.
Are there any cuties out there?
A lot of dudes.
There are
in the
a
group.
lot of. Well, there's a lot of everything.
Well,
you gotta consider.
Sean's cute.
Hey,
Well,
what's
no,
up,
but you have to
Sean?
consider. You have to consider too
You single?
that in the 3252 there are a bunch of groups. So
Oh.
Yeah, it's not just.
yeah,
you're
it's not just we're one of the.
So
groups.
TSG is one of the groups in 3252.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And that's a district number?
It's our union. It's our supporters group.
Okay,
union.
okay. Dope.
So
I'm learning.
Ooh, I
our
can't wait
opening
for a
game
new
is
union.
our opening match is against the new Miami team.
But when do these happen? If they happen on the weekend during the day, I don't know if I can make it.
It's the
they
weekday
do.
sometime,
They do.
right?
You know, well,
A weekend. I went to
we
one.
have Sunday games, and the
Yeah.
Sunday games start around 7. So,
But you want to do the? We can't. I was gonna say
well,
the.
no, again, like
That's later for talk.
yeah. But we have
Anyways.
Thursday games. We have
Okay,
you know,
okay. I can
they're-
make Thursday
yeah,
games.
They're
As long as it's 3 months in
they're
advance.
Saturday games. So Miami. We're gonna be playing Miami,
Fuck,
and
so-
Miami's partially owned by David Beckham. Beckham's one of these.
Oh, cool.
Owners.
You know, I was half joking, right?
I know.
But he played for the Galaxy, which means you guys hate
Whoa,
him.
whoa,
Fuck
whoa,
the
whoa,
Galaxy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The G word.
Yeah, you don't use that. Carson.
Oh, whatever.
You call him Carson.
Why? What's Carson?
'Cause-
That's where they're located.
Yeah, they're located in Carson.
Carson. Okay.
Oh, I got a little tense in this room for a second.
Yeah, fuck.
Whatever. Words.
the
Just
Galaxy.
words.
Fuck the Galaxy. Man.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be dope.
Yes. I don't know if I mentioned this in our previous episodes. On
You
our
ain't been here
season.
for 2 weeks, bro.
I know. I have to,
You haven't
But
mentioned shit.
I might have mentioned this on the season opener.
Nobody remembers, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's 3
Did I
episodes
talk
ago.
about the story of Imagineering?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
you did.
yeah.
Oh, I've been watching it, and now there's 2. I gotta watch the last 2 episodes.
Is this on Netflix or is it on
Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus.
I really should just get that free trial, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you
Why
gave me
not?
your credentials and I never even. fucking-
It's
I don't
really
remember.
good.
But
You gonna talk about what I mentioned to you?
story of Imagineering.
Oh,
I think it's over now. I think it was a 6-parter, and I think the 6-parter.
it's
are
I didn't
done.
watch the last 2
over.
episodes.
But if you guys haven't watched that shit, it is fucking beautiful. It's
Interesting
a
stuff.
work of
Yeah.
art.
That's the time.
The docu series in general, and it's directed by. I think she's the daughter of one of the Imagineers. I think his name is Ikes. Iwerks.
Dope.
Yerks.
Dope.
Yerks. Yeah, you'll see her name.
Okay.
And then you'll see her father
Oh, okay,
is one
cool.
of the guys that talks in it. But man,
That's
that
dope.
just it helps you fall in love with Disneyland so much more.
yeah.
Like I really have a newfound respect for the Imagineers, and I have that much more love, like, because they're fucking dope, amazing people, like geniuses that just come up with, like, they revolutionize
A
what
lot of things. Yeah.
what a live
They live up to their
experience-
title. They live
what
up
a
to their
live
title.
experience can be, like whether it's riding on
You know, Keenan was supposed to be an Imagineer.
We won't talk about that in the podcast.
we can though.
You don't see the look on his face as you're saying this. and
Look
he's
at
like,
him, the tears,
That
the
should be
sorrow.
me.
My coworker got the job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when we both got laid off, like a week.
Oh, for a
week-
second there, I was like, wait, you got laid?
Two-
Oh, laid off.
No, we know that's not gonna happen.
Oh, fuck you.
The
Whatever.
only kind of laid I get is off. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make it
I
funny.
hate you both so much.
No, wait. So you got. So,
Yeah, 2 weeks later, she messaged me and said that she was she was an Imagineer, and I was like, mother.
That's dope, man.
But I mean, now
Yeah.
you got somebody in the inside, right?
Not
Maybe-
really. I know two people that are on the inside, and I don't know.
It's
You'd be
such an elite
surprised.
group, like
All engineering and sciences is a very
selfish trade.
very Mean Girls kind of thing, or fratty type style. You'd be surprised in the in the science community, the egoism of this.
You've spoken on this topic many
Yeah,
times.
the method of it's not what you know, but who you know in Hollywood is definitely apparent in the science community. However,
any hierarchy.
Yeah. However, if you are unknown, your credentials have to be ridiculously high. And it's like, well, fuck.
Where instead of fearing you, they have to respect you because they fear you.
Kind of, sort of. I understand in the sense, like, that's why I get all my frustrations and complaints on this podcast about the companies I work with in the past with these people who are
What
at
do you mean
higher.
these people?
I know exactly what I mean, Philly. Don't try to get me on some racist shit. That get the higher pay and these managerial positions, but
They're not qualified.
but they can't manage squat. That is still at the company and stuff like that, and do weird things.
Yeah.
But fuck, I was getting to some of that with Imagineering. Yeah. So most of the people I know that are in the industry of engineering rarely come to me knowing that I'm looking for work and go, yeah, I'll introduce you to somebody or whatnot.
Have you blatantly asked them? Like straight up?
Or they know, they just know. We have conversations like, yeah, I'm looking for work.
But have you
and all
ever
that stuff.
blatantly asked somebody?
Like, yo, hook me up.
Like sometimes it's like me running a business and then, you know, my clients know that I'm looking for other people like them, but that doesn't mean they're going to go out of the way to give me a referral. Sometimes you got to ask.
Sometimes.
This is not one of those times.
And I know that like ego plays a role, and the last thing you want to do is be told no.
Well, I mean, just asking is considered. I mean, not rude, but
they're
it's
almost
just
like, "Fuck, you're really asking me?" For that?
like that. It's like that.
I mean, if you feel that way towards them, then that's probably not even a good relationship, you know? Because like if you were feeling that way about asking me for anything, like we got to reevaluate, kid. Because because you could ask me anything,
but it shouldn't be that way.
You can't ask me shit.
I know. Well, I know. I tried. I asked Joe.
That's why you were trying to.
What,
spend the
coming
night.
back to the company?
And I got denied.
Oh God! Hey, this
Coming
is not,
back to the company?
Yeah, and you put me at a position
this
that
is
was
not
like
a conversation.
not
to have
even
on the
like
podcast.
related with
Oh,
absolutely zero
We
skills.
should probably swerve this.
And
one.
then
Philly's trying to keep this.
fuck you.
You already know.
And whatever.
Dude, you've been offered to come back.
No,
before.
I have not.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
No. When did you verbally say to my face,
this might be
Keenan,
the end of the podcast.
come back to the exact same position
I've told
had.
you before that Jose was like over it and he'd be like down to have you come back. And at the time you were like, nah,
I had
I'm
a
never
job
coming
at the
back.
time.
You didn't.
the fuck?
Actually, you didn't. At the time you didn't.
How long ago after I left did this happen?
This was like 3 years ago.
I don't believe you.
You don't have to believe me. It's a fact. Fact. Fact.
Don't you already have somebody who's doing your CAD drafting?
Yeah, we do. We have 3 people.
So you bring in a fourth person?
Well, not anymore.
See what I'm saying?
Because
Facts.
it's not needed.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying I'm not needed because I'm worthless.
Because
and
it's
shit.
not needed right now.
God.
There's
The
a
point-
cap space and that cap is full.
The point is, if
Eat a dick.
whatever, where I'm coming from is if I knew that somebody was looking for work, Joe didn't. I know I'm not taking full credit, but Joe didn't directly say, Keenan, I need a job. I knew he wasn't working.
I was working. I
You
left
were?
my job to go work there.
Well, I didn't remember that. I don't know
Yeah.
that. I thought I was under the impression that you weren't working, and I
No,
do this
I
to other people.
I know,
I
I
even
know.
done it for you a couple of times where I'm like, hey, I'll bring you in if you're looking for work. You shouldn't have to physically ask me, Keenan, I need you to help me get a job or get me a job at your
It's the
company.
same thing when you knew that I was looking for somebody, and then you went out of your way when you saw an opportunity and you connected. Like,
Yeah, I don't think
get it.
people should do that or have that. This is my opinion. Then this is going to be solely my opinion.
That's the way you live
I
your
don't
life.
think people, should say, I need this from you. The other person, as a friend or a family member or someone close, should pick that up in a conversation where it's really obvious.
And that's why if we know girls, we should introduce Keenan to those girls instead of him having to ask us.
Yeah. And some people have done that. Fuck you, Joe. You're a piece of shit.
And you know, I'm slowly working to actually build friendships with girls because
Fucking
the truth
Francia
is,
said that in the episode.
because I
Francia.
don't have a lot of friends who are girls. I'm like working on it, but it's like it's hard because
You're so damn sexy.
Guys like you and me shouldn't have girls who are friends.
it either goes really bad because then they're only my friends and that's a problem for them, or I'm only a friend and that's a problem for me. And so it's just I'm a terrible person to consider in that department.
Can I give you an example? know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
You can always
And Joe's,
you don't have to ask
Joe's going to
permission.
know what I'm talking about. So I asked my brother. And he even said to me, if you need any help, let me know. And I said, yes, I need a job. You know, can you give me a job?
It's
at-
kind
at
of your
company?
brother too, though. I mean, from based on what you've told me, I don't know him like that, obviously. But the short time that I've met him, and he has been pretty gentlemanly
Yeah.
a couple of other times. So I just don't see a consistency.
Well, I know he's going through whatever he's going through, and he has a life of his own, and blah blah blah. But I don't know. It's going back to what we're talking about being jaded for the female aspect. I'm jaded about asking people for work because the end result is I don't know how much effort is being put into it, if that at all, or nothing comes from it. There's no I don't know.
You know what's crazy to me is it's back like and I hear you on that. And one of the surest ways that I've ever known to ensure that you are kept at a company, just personally, like from what I've seen. I remember when I was working at the marketing agency, that was the first time I ever heard of what's called the 3-to-1 ratio.
Oh, I know this. Damn it, Phil. You've been
You
to
have
the
to be able
same
to-
seminars I've been to. You're saying the exact same thing. So, are you gonna explain this for the audience? Because I don't want to hear this again.
No,
I already
no.
know if you're
Just,
listening, talking
just,
to me.
Just basically, you have to make sure you cover both your wages,
Mhm.
the company's expenses, and then equal amount of profit to that.
Right.
It's 3-to-1, right? And if you can do that, it's hard that a company would ever consider letting you go.
But see that applies more to what you and I do. It doesn't apply so much as to what Keenan can do.
Yeah, most of my positions doesn't involve the company making money
Yeah.
from so much. They make the money from the clients.
Yeah, he's a necessity that a company has.
And I'm
But
easily
there's
replaceable.
There's I can't say that you're easily replaceable. I mean, you put value in the quality of work you do, but it has nothing to do with
I myself,
monetary-
no, yeah.
yeah.
But
So
the actual work-
anything beyond that has to do with how well you acclimate to company culture, whether you get along with everyone, if people feel good being around you, or if you're
That's the
constantly
value.
complaining
yeah,
about
that's
things.
me as myself. But as the work, it's how to get that done.
Also, if you're aware and you ask enough questions, eventually you'll find somebody who can help you understand exactly how much your direct work has directly impacted. Just because you're replaceable doesn't mean that you yourself didn't have a role that you played that directly impacted the bottom line.
Only if I popped out my work faster than most people.
Yeah, that's and if the quality of work was consistent.
And then there was not a lot of errors, and they have to check it and back it up.
In a field like Keenan's, it's about the quality of the work and the pace of it, how fast you can churn it out. That's
sounds
what
familiar.
That's what determines his value.
I used to
It
work
has
at a
nothing-
company
it
where
has
we
nothing to do.
made the gold and platinum plaques.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time I thought I was doing fine. I was working really hard, cutting the metal, putting the frames together, but I'm not the most handy person, right? And then it wasn't until days before I was leaving that they were like, wow, there was a period of time where we really thought you weren't going to make the cut, man. We were like, and the whole time I'm thinking what? I was completely unaware that they were having meetings like that. You know what I mean? And I was working my ass off to the best of my ability.
Yeah, I hate to be at a company that's like that. It sucks.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how it is, man.
I've always been the best at everything.
Well,
do,
I mean,
so.
because that's when I got laid. I was like, I'm not sure if it's not legal or whatever, business savvy to ask why you got laid off, but as I
Sure
was,
it is, of
yeah,
course.
okay, so I was,
Sometimes the companies don't want to say it just because they don't want to be held accountable.
But they have
for it.
to. Yeah, they have
which
to.
is
tell
weird
you.
because the last one, I guess I don't know, one that I was at, I asked them the reason why, and they said I don't feel comfortable giving that reason, and I was like, they didn't want to do it, and I had
that's why they approved your unemployment, though.
Oh no, this is one before where they let me go.
Yeah, then you should have been
And I was
like, you
like-
have to tell me if you're letting me go. If you're firing me, you have to let me know.
Because I asked that question twice in different ways to try and get it out of them. They were like, "No, I'm not going to tell you."
They have to.
What?
Yeah.
They legally have to tell you why they're laying you off because if you decide you want to apply for unemployment,
Yeah.
they ask you why were you fired.
Damn.
Yeah.
And one other thing, if that keeps happening in the industry that you're in, sometimes you have to consider whether or not this is the best thing that you could be working on.
Technically, I am changing my job
Yeah,
status.
are these skills the best that I can do for a company? Because you might actually serve in you might serve better in a different role. But if you are married to that one skill set because you think that's your best, it's like
That's sort of my bread and
it
butter.
might not be.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
might not be. It might just be the bread and butter that's been your bread and butter, but it might not be the softest bread and the richest butter that you can make.
Absolutely. And this goes for anybody who's listening to this pod. Like if you're stuck in a job or a field that maybe you're not so happy about, like change that shit.
Try
Maybe
some
there's
different
another
shit.
skill set that you have that might be more appealing to you. That a company or something or someone else might have more use for you in, because you're not limited to
literally never
anything,
know.
honestly. Like
And like if you want, honestly, Keenan, with your personality and how friendly and outgoing you are, with just a little bit of work on maybe like being able to negotiate things, you could easily do sales if you wanted, man. Like, and that, like, you could, I'm just saying, like, just look at what your strengths already are. But I know you and I know what you're interested in. And I know how much you like to use your hands.
Yeah.
Right? So sell
I got a job
blowjobs
for
or
him.
something.
He's like, I got a field he could get into if he's social and doesn't likes to work with his hands.
No, but what I'm saying, that's exactly the same point though. It's like really be creative with the fact that like it doesn't have to be you building shit.
Oh, okay.
You could really be just, stroking somebody off.
I actually did apply to be a stage hand at kinks.com, which is a porn website in San Francisco.
Hey, bro.
They're going to pay me $15 an hour. It would have been awesome because that was a lot of money at the time as a startup.
Your dick would have been hard the whole time.
Well, see, the description of what I was supposed to be doing was a little vague because it was like helping the director on set,
puffer.
But there was one
Fluffer.
There was one description of the job that said cleaning, supplies and tools. And I was like, oh, they're talking about I'm going to have to wash these dildos and stuff after
And you're a
use.
germaphobe and shit.
And I'm pretty sure I would wear gloves, but the smells and stuff, I don't know.
Smelled like badussy.
I think I could work on a
Booty,
porn
dick,
set.
and pussy.
I think I could do it.
Honestly, man, the
Now,
porn industry is a
in
pretty stable
retrospect.
industry. It's
Yeah.
like it has
It's like
been around
SpaceX.
for a while. Yeah, it's been around for a while. They continue to innovate.
Mm.
They're pushing the boundaries of technology. I mean, it's a respectable fucking industry.
I know we're getting close to.
We
the
talk
whole
shit, but it really is.
VR stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
eventually you'll have your robot with your VR, and
I personally don't watch a lot of porn, but
Yeah.
it's a fucking booming industry.
so I wonder if the
Yeah, it
market's
is.
going to go down. If they had actual sex robots, VR, or whatever, that was like legit, like out of what is it? What was that movie? Blade Runner,
Yeah.
something like that. Where they're really human. I wonder what that does to like
human
the
being.
stripper industry or the porn industry or something
I
like
mean,
that.
it might affect it.
Wow.
It might.
There's very little
Or
that
prostitution.
isn't going to be affected by technology. I mean, that's just a fact. And honestly,
I just recently I was digging through my crates because
Your porn crates.
Yeah, I know. I was digging through my stuff, and I recently came up on the DVDs of like the porns that I had worked
Oh
on.
yeah, and they're
Oh,
all like
yeah, oh,
dusty.
yeah.
Oh,
I remember
shit.
getting the text from you, and I was like, I just saw a big ass dick, and I was like, oh shit, what did Joe send me? And he's like, I made the track that's on this video, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I remember when.
And
you
I
were
was
doing
like,
that.
I've already seen that.
Yeah,
like
Keenan's
without
like,
you
"Oh my
sending
God,
me the
I've
link.
seen that
And Keenan was like, this is a classic. Our different reactions.
This is a classic. It'd be like, oh my god, I know someone who worked on this scene.
Dude, I went back to a strip club yesterday,
Oh shit.
and it turned out it gave me the vibe of like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. It was so weird.
My guy, hold on, high
Yeah.
five.
I think you're gonna do like an
Bitch, I almost fell over and hit my mouth on a
Okay.
fucking chair.
I think you're gonna do like a fake air high five or something.
Fuck that.
It was weird. The environment. It was a place that I normally shout out on this podcast.
That's
that
how
I
you
go
know
to.
you've grown, man.
And I was like, man, this is
No, that's
so
how I know
dead.
he's broke.
It was, I don't know, because it's just the energy I feed off of people. So it wasn't lively. I don't know. It was just.
they could smell the
it's
non-money.
It was
on
like,
you,
I don't know
yeah.
if I want to go back.
It's weird because one of my coworkers, he's out in Miami, and whenever he goes to Miami, he usually frequents this spot, right? But he has like a new girlfriend and all this stuff, and I was like, "Yo, so you're out there? What's up? You're gonna be hitting the spot?" And he was like, "Nah, man, I don't need to anymore." And I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
I was like, "Wow," because he was like, every single time we'd be out in a different city, he was the first one to just be out there at the
Tuesday
strip
night,
clubs.
wing night.
He'd like as soon as he landed, or if we had a day off or whatever, a night off, straight up hit the strip club every single time.
Damn.
And for him to just like, well, he has this new girl who's I guess taking care of him, but he was just like, nah, man, I'm good.
Emotional voids are a real thing, man.
Yeah.
Emotional voids.
Yeah.
Somehow you're getting whatever you used to get somewhere else, Keenan. Like something else is making.
Yeah. Porn.
It's inexpensive, you know.
It's free.
Just has to pay for his internet bill.
Yeah. Yeah, which is split, so it's cool.
And with that, I believe we've gotten to the
late time
of our portion. For those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, our soapbox talk is about you basically have the platform to say, speak, shout out, do it, talk about anything you want to talk about, and you will not be interrupted. We're gonna give this soapbox talk as we usually do. If we don't have a guest, we're gonna start with Keenan, followed by Filthy, and then I'll close it out. Keenan, the floor is yours.
Fuck South Coast Plaza Mall at Costa Mesa. Fuck you. Fuck your security. Fuck everything about you. You racist pieces of shit. I went to your mall. I went and parked in a parking lot. It wasn't full and it wasn't empty, but for some fucking reason, your security team on a bike was eyeing me out as I was picking my parking spot, and then had the balls as I got out of my car to ask me why I was parking the parking spot. And we had to have this like conversation. It was the first time where I was like, what's going on here? This is some serious, like, I was taken as a racist shit because he thought I worked for the mall. And I was like, wait, why are you coming to me out of all these people in this parking lot approaching me about this parking spot? Because you didn't say, hey, I would like for
it's
you.
It's like a public lot for the mall, right?
Exactly. It came to that. No, that's fine. It came to that. His first question that I could barely hear was, do you work here? Because I had to recall the whole moments. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, when I asked him, what are you talking about? And I didn't say I was an employee. He said, where you're parking at, we have specific parking spots for you. You need to park there and not here. And I was like, is this a public parking area? He's like, yeah, this is a public parking area. And I was like, no, I don't work for the mall. And as soon as I said that, he saw me getting ready to become angry black man mode, and then he rode off in his bike. And it was so out of the blue. I mean, this happens to me a few times, but in the past, it hasn't happened recently in a while, so maybe that's why I was so jaded about it. But I was in a suit. I was in a nice suit and tie, and as soon as I come to my parking spot, I can see him slow up behind me, and I look over because it was in the corner of my eye, and I see him eyeing me, and he like just stared at me as he went past. And I passed off as nothing. So I was like, oh, okay, I went back to my phone. And then as I get out of my car, he comes back again and then approaches me with these questions. And I was like, you really think you just sized me up and thought I worked at the mall in this nice suit and tie and shit? Maybe I could be working at, I don't know, Gap or Macy's or some bullshit like that. But this mall, as I finally went into it, was almost fully white and Asian staffed with Asian customers. Rarely did I see a minority working anywhere as I walked in the mall to get some eat. So I don't know. It was something that I was like, I don't know where you would think. I don't know. I'm crazy about the fact that if I was an employee working there for even a couple of weeks or months, I would know where the employee parking lot was, not park in the public area, and just go to work. For him to have to approach me and ask me several questions instead of understanding that I know what he was talking about the first time, go, oh, this person is a customer. Costa Mesa, South Coast Plaza Mall, fuck you. And I had a great time after all that, so it didn't jade me for anything, which is nice. But you're all pieces of shit, and so is your security. And I couldn't even tell if the security guy was a minority or not. I don't know. I couldn't tell. I wasn't. I don't know. The whole thing fucked with my head. So I was like, this, it could have fucked me up for the whole rest of the day. I even wound up talking to this ex-pro Astro baseball player at a Buffalo Wild Wings and his friends. They all did some really cool stuff in their life. But these white dudes and then we just had a great little time. It was fun. It was like, there was nothing, even one of them did make a racial joke that involved me, but it came at a great context and timing that I found it super funny and hilarious, that we were all cool with it. But this security guy, I don't know, it was just, I took it as blatant stereotyping. Maybe not racism, but just stereotyping. And it was just weird. It was just weird. But anyway, so that's my soapbox. Hopefully it wasn't super long, but yeah, fuck them.
Hey,
Dope.
I can't say it was dope, but
Thanks for that share.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I told you guys, right, that my soapbox earlier was the soapbox I was gonna do.
nah.
You're not allowed.
I've been
You're going to take that?
No. I've been having serious insomnia lately. But I've also noticed that just prior to that insomnia, I also had a habit of thinking about a bunch of negative shit, and then I'd go out and I'd buy food late at night. And I'm beginning to, and prior to that, there was a period where it's just, I've noticed that a lot of self-destructive behaviors have been happening, not necessarily see, I'm lucky and thankful that I don't drink or I don't smoke, because if I had those habits on top of that, it'd be really bad, right? But I've noticed that it's easy to ignore the things that you do that hurt you, you know what I mean? Or that aren't necessarily the best things for you, that are equally as bad as if you spent every day drinking and smoking, you know? And it wasn't until I took the time to really think about okay, I'm feeling this way again. What is it that I do right before I start feeling this way that gets me there? I mean, it doesn't help that I'm on my phone. I never look at it all day, and then at night I'm trying to catch up on shit. And that blue light shit is real, man. That, at least for me, that shit keeps me up for real. I need to change my settings and set the what is it when they remove the blue light from your screen? Because I'm truly impacted by that. I'm one of those people that is definitely impacted by it. It doesn't help that I drink coffee all day long. I don't sleep well. Whatever you can do, man, to just take a step back. And ladies and gentlemen, if you can just take a step back and ask yourself the question, what do I do right before I start doing these things that obviously don't serve me? I think you'll be better off if you don't already. If you have little things that you think, for example, I casually constantly tell people I am sleeping. And, people are like, what? All right. But the truth is, it's not okay. And there are little things that you might be doing that aren't okay. Some of you might bite your fucking nails all the time. And, what do you do before you, what are you thinking about before that happens? And, just look at that. And I'm not saying it's bad that you do that. Just saying take a look at that and try to find what's happening with that. Address that shit, And it doesn't have to be critical, because I tend to be a self-critical person. For all my optimistic, youthful energy when I'm hanging around people, my self-talk is a little different, And there's nothing wrong with being critical as long as it's constructive. But my self-talk compared to the way I talk to other people, I wouldn't be my friends with me. You know what I mean? And so that's something I'm working on. And I think it leads to a lot of little ticks that we don't realize, whether we try to fill that in with drugs, alcohol, or staying up, or eating, or whatever. These are all emotional things. And it's really the emotional qualities that I personally believe separate people who succeed from people who continually find themselves at obstacles that they don't know how to overcome. I think it's an emotional quality, not an intellectual quality, because you can learn. Everyone can learn. If you're full-bodied, abled, you can solve that shit. But what you really need to work on is the emotional things. And I'm someone who knows a lot of shit, but what holds me back more than anything is my emotional qualities. I'm emotionally self-destructive, and there are things that I have to start to address in my life in order to actually take myself to the level that I know I can operate and exist on. There's too many people who tell me that there's nothing really holding me back. So it must be an internal thing that I'm dealing with. And so if you're also one of those people, address that shit.
Fuck with it. Okay. Love it. I'm not gonna comment on it, but I love it.
He totally didn't love yours though, and that's kind of a comment. In fact, he was like, "I don't
don't
have
have anything inspirational to talk about. It's always
He's just venting.
see. That's why.
In order to inspire, you must first be inspired, Keenan. What the
Stay quiet.
fuck?
All right, so
Take us home, Joe.
I'm gonna take you home, baby. Don't even try it.
Ooh,
Riggedy.
ooh, ooh, wee, ooh,
Okay.
He closes his eyes like you're really into it.
ooh, ooh.
I wouldn't be surprised that's how he actually fucked.
It's visceral, dude.
Dude, I dare you to do that when you next have sex.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
I have two specific things to talk about.
Oh, this is gonna be a long one. All right.
No, it isn't gonna be long. It's gonna be fuck you. The first is I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. I missed a couple of weeks on the pod, and it made me realize how much. Well, I already knew I love this podcast, but just being gone because we had already gone on a hiatus prior to the season premiere. I came, did the season premiere, and then I was gone again for 2 more episodes. So it feels like I hadn't been here forever, and I'm just so happy to be back because this is like home. You know, this is I love sitting here and talking to y'all. I love just this atmosphere of us just talking and chopping it up and feeding each other information that might not be right, but who gives a fuck? Because we're doing it and it's ours. So I'm super glad to be back. I'm happy to be back with the family and just be able to enjoy that. And I'm hoping to be able to take some time off soon because I think that's important, especially for me because I don't really do time off. So to be able to get some time off will be really nice if I have that opportunity. Second thing, I found another ramen spot that I'm absolutely in love with. I have another ramen spot that I'm absolutely in love with.
Profound.
This one is in the Bay. And if you ever get an opportunity to go, it's in Japantown. It's called Marufuku. It's in the
What?
Japantown Plaza. It's in the Japantown Plaza, which also has some
Pretty awesome.
great shops, man. They have a bookstore there that's 2 levels. It's fucking awesome. They have an AMC theater there. There are a lot of little authentic collectible shops. So if you get an opportunity to go to Japantown Plaza, it's on the north side of San Francisco, over by like close to the Fillmore, I guess, around that area. Right? You don't get to talk. But anyway, go check it out. They have a phenomenal ramen. It's you guys know me. I don't eat beef or pork. So they have like a chicken broth ramen, which is just absolutely amazing. Amazing. I'll post a picture of it. I hadn't done it yet, but I'll post a picture of it so you guys can see. If you're in the Bay Area, go check it out. If you've already know, if you know, you know. And, you know, just keep eating. I love to eat, you know, and just keep eating. Eat. Because you know what? Eating is happiness. The right dish can change your day. The right food can change your day. Like you could be having the shittiest day, and then you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I love a cheeseburger from McDonald's. I'm gonna go have one, and then that'll change the rest of your day. You go have your cheeseburger from McDonald's, or I mean, not me, but or you go have a solid ramen or a Korean barbecue or Thai food or your Italian spot or your Mexican spot. You're like, oh shit, it's Tuesday. I'm gonna go to my favorite Taco Tuesday spot, and that'll completely change your day. So, food, indulge in the shit that you like. If I know it's contrary to kind of what you were talking about, Filthy, but enjoy the shit that you like. Especially if you're having a shitty day, just go and do something that you like, because then that'll completely change your shit, and then you'll be happy, and then you just ride with that happiness, until the next day where you're depressed and realize your life ain't shit, and then you gotta do it all again. But yeah, just enjoy that, man, and that's all I got for today.
Good. Now I can talk. Fuck you, Joe. You piece of shit.
This has been episode 54
Motherfucker.
I was gonna say, motherfucker,
of the None of Our Business podcast. We have been your hosts, Filthy, Keenan, and Joe.
It's the motherfucking None of Our Business podcast.
I can't
It's the
finish.
motherfucking None of Our Business podcast. I gotta give you that, give you that, give me that. I got it all, but I really wanna give you that, give you that, give you that. None of Our Business podcast.
Eat your woman out.
Suck your man's dick.